FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. The Media Group station.
This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers. The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, McGovern Auto Group, Timberline Construction, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, it's Boston Bruins hockey. As tonight, on the eve of the NHL trade deadline, the Bruins come to North Carolina for their second matchup of the year against the Carolina Hurricanes. Great to have you with us. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Bruins enter the night 3 games out of a wild card spot, but everyone they're chasing has a game or two in hand on them. And Boston just hasn't been able to gain any traction lately with just 1 win over their last 8 games. Now they come to Carolina with trade rumors swirling around a number of players on the roster, and head coach Joe Sacco reminding them to block out the distractions.
No, I just think right now you have to be able to put aside what's going on with the rest of the week, go about your business in a professional manner. Like I said, we're all human beings. They're all human beings, but it's just the way it is right now.
It is the way it is, unfortunately, and it's a different situation, much different situation for the Bruins this year because they've always been, or at least recently, have been in the position to buy. And when we say buy, to add to their team without subtracting players. There's been a guy here and a guy there that has, has been a casualty because you had to stay under the cap, but at the same time, they've always looked to add to try to, brace yourself for a good playoff run and a run at the Stanley Cup. And that's what teams are doing right now. It's been going on today, yesterday, and several days now around the league. And for the Bruins standpoint, it's more of probably who they're going to subtract. I mean, that's just kind of the way it's trending right now. And the guys realize it. But they're not coming right out and saying it, but they realize it. And it's part of the business. And they're trying to keep the distractions away from everything that's going on a day-to-day basis, but it is not easy. And, guys are talking about it. You can hear them talking about it. You hear trades being mentioned. You hear, they're paying attention to who's getting traded, where they're getting traded, not just their own team, but other teams around the league. So they've got a pretty good finger on the pulse right now, what's going on. And, I'm sure that there's a couple guys, maybe on edge or maybe even excited, So the ability to put that out of your head and play. This is the last game before the deadline. You got today and then you got Saturday. So in between is the deadline tomorrow at 3:00. Carolina's got their own soap opera going on right now. Is Rantanen playing? Is he not playing? Well, he's out there for warm-up. We've heard some rumors that he might not play here today, but he is out there for warm-up, which indicates he probably will play. He's probably the number 1 guy being talked about around the league, and he's already been traded from Colorado to Carolina. If they can't sign him, there's rumors that they're going to try to move him before tomorrow at 3:00. So every team, not every team, but a lot of teams going through it right now, and the Bruins have to try to block it out as best they can.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that drama as the game goes on tonight. But the Bruins' last outing, a 6-3 loss on Tuesday night to the Nashville Predators, a game where every time Boston scored, the Predators were able to quickly answer. Charlie Coyle spoke afterward about the team's continued struggles.
Just not ready to go, I guess. I really don't have too many answers, honestly, and that's just one of the parts of our game that aren't up to par right now. Those are big moments in the games and can make a difference, and they did make a difference. But we have to take ownership of that. And whoever's going out next, no matter what's going on in the game, whatever whistle happens, but especially after a goal, giving up a goal, getting a goal, we need to bring that energy and that focus and come right back at it and show some life, and we didn't.
Charlie Coyle is one of the more honest-speaking guys that you're going to get. He tells it like it is, and he's got a really good perspective on things. And when you hear him say, I don't have any answers, that's kind of what it is right now for the Bruins. They've lost 7 of 8 games. They've lost them in different fashion. A number of those games that they lost were by 1 goal. They were right there on a number of those games. But the last one against Nashville was something different. And, you're playing against a team that's one of, if not the lowest scoring team in the NHL going into that game. A team that's just in disarray in terms of where they are and underperformed all year long. And you give up 6 against them. And they give up the way that they did when they fight back and they tie the game in the third period. And then they go a few minutes, things settle down, but then Nashville gets 2 more, and all of a sudden the game's basically over at 5-3. So really difficult to watch how they're losing games right now and finding different ways to lose.
Well, and a tough matchup ahead of them here tonight in Carolina. And if and when the Bruins get on the power play tonight, Mason Lohrei and the first unit are going to be facing a Hurricanes penalty kill that ranks second best in the league this season.
They come hard. They're aggressive. They have good sticks, good structure. I think it's just about, being simple and moving it around and, trying to either get them out of position or get them to sink back so then you can start making plays. And, if you can make 1 or 2 clean passes around them, that third guy's going to have some time and space to make a play.
When you have a team that's going to pressure all over, and the Bruins worked on it this morning, with their penalty kill, the penalty kill kind of was pretending like they were Carolina's penalty kill. They were chasing all over, forcing all over. When you have that, you have to know support's the first word that's used. Joe Sacco used that this morning in our interview with him. So, you can make some of the shorter passes. It doesn't always have to be wrapped around the boards, trying to change sides. You can support by using the middle of the ice a lot, get them spread out. And but you have to know what you want to do with the puck before you get it. And the preach this morning during the power play work was you got to move the puck faster. Well, that's kind of true all year long, but especially today when you've got a team that pressures all over the ice, 5-on-5 or 5-on-4, as much as the Hurricanes do.
Well, focusing back in on the trade deadline, when the Bruins next take the ice on Saturday afternoon in Tampa, their roster could certainly look a lot different than it does right now. And Charlie Coyle said this week he understands the direction management appears ready to take to reshape this team.
This happens at this time, and the way our season's gone up and down like this, there's no surprise. Things can happen, could happen, won't happen. We just have to go out and do our job every day, and that's my point of view on it. Like I said, I'm probably going to reiterate things, but you can't stress on that stuff. Things happen, and it's unfortunate that people you're close with get traded or leave, but we have a job at hand tonight, and we have to take care of that, and we didn't.
Yeah, he's referring to last game. They didn't. And 7 out of 8 games here. Like I said, some of the games have been close, but they found ways to lose. But that comment right there by Charlie Coyle kind of, I think we've known it. I think the players have known it, but say, look, we understand because of the season we've had why management's doing what they are. They've only made the one move so far, but they expect a couple more to come, and we'll have to wait and see if that happens. But this is, it's kind of uncharted territory for the Bruins over the last several years. I mean, it's going back a little ways now, where they were always looking to add at the deadline, and just now this year it's a completely different situation. It's a little foreign to me because it's been a while.
Right.
I haven't seen it for a long time here.
Well, over the last 48 hours even, it's been busy roster-wise for this team. Since Tuesday's game, Boston has sent Georgi Merkulov and Jeffrey Viel back to Providence. They called up Riley Tufte, Patrick Brown, and Vinny Lettieri up front. Defenseman Ian Mitchell's back as well from Providence. They placed defenseman Jordan Osterley on waivers yesterday. Today he was claimed by Nashville just 2 days after he scored his first goal as a Bruin. And the team also signed veteran forward Tyler Pitlick for the rest of the season today. Pitlick's been playing in Providence, but he gets a 2-way contract for the rest of this season. They put him on waivers, which would clear a way for him to eventually make his way to Boston between now and the end of the regular season. So that's all the roster moves that they've made here in the last 48 hours. Who knows what we'll see over the next almost 24 hours. Tonight's Storyline's brought to you by your Boston area Chevrolet dealers. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealer. Find exciting offers on the powerful Silverado and feature-packed all-new Equinox. Coming up here on our Bruins pregame show, we'll go around the NHL, including the Lightning and Kraken pulling off a deal yesterday.
We're adding 2 players that are going to play significant minutes for us, and 2 players that are highly competitive, have had success in postseason in the past.
Bob will sit down with Bruins head coach Joe Sacco.
The mindset today is let's get back to work. Let's make sure we're energized. We're going into a building that's going to be full of energy. We have to make sure that we handle it the right way.
And up next, we'll talk about the Carolina Hurricanes.
Now Stahl with a stop chance on the steal and scores! Oh, the captain takes advantage of a misplay from Alex Lyon.
That's all on the way here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Warning! Inflation is back on the rise. The national debt is spiraling out of control. The stock market has been at an all-time high, and wars continue to rage across the globe. Will you sit on the sidelines and wait, or will you take action today to help protect your hard-earned retirement savings? Get your free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. You could even receive up to a 10% instant match on bonus silver for qualified accounts. Call 855-GOLD-IRA. That's 855-GOLD-IRA.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Kane couldn't handle it. Slavin was able to bump that free. 5 seconds left. Clock is stopped. Now there's 3 seconds left. Kept it at the point. Deflected wide, and the Canes will win.
Back here in Raleigh, where the Bruins and Hurricanes are warming up. The Hurricanes currently in second place in the Metro Division, 14 games above the 500 mark. Largely due to their great start this season. They went out to a 14-4 record in their first 18 games. Now 20 games left before they head into the playoffs, and Rod Brindamore's team has won 3 of their last 4, allowing just 4 goals in those 3 victories total.
Yeah, we're playing really well away from the puck, I think, and limiting, the chances of gains to playing a lot of zone time. We just, it'd be nice to finish some of these chances, but hopefully that'll come. But like I said, top to bottom, I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, they're kind of in a little bit of a rut right now. They haven't scored a ton of goals recently. Their power play hasn't been great. I think it's around 24th in the league right now. So they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to, acclimate and get used to Rantanen's kind of pace and the way that he plays and the way he thinks the game. A lot of people thought it would be a seamless fit between him and Aho, or good friends here, but it is not. He's not put up the numbers that expected of him, but he has had a couple of good games, and he's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. Now, is that going to stay after today? I don't know, but and nobody here knows that answer just yet, but they're hoping that it goes in that direction, and he helps them win a lot of hockey games. He's certainly capable of doing that. They're a team that's a hard-working team, and someone said to me this morning from the Bruins, walked out the door, heading to the bus, they're saying, look, he said, we know that they're a really hard-working team. If we don't match that work ethic, it's going to be the 8-2 game that we saw earlier in the season. So we know we have to be on point against this team. And I think that's that fear factor, that respect factor that says, we better be ready to play here today. And you're certainly hoping that that's the case from the Bruins standpoint.
Well, as we've been talking about the perspective on Rantanen, whether he's here beyond tonight or not, is a huge question right now. Pending unrestricted free agent. He was acquired from Colorado in a major trade back in late January, but they haven't come to terms on a contract extension. Reports saying that Carolina's been checking with teams around the league about a potential trade before tomorrow's deadline. Rod Brindamore asked about all that this morning.
try not to watch too much about it. I know it's obviously, everyone's talking about it, but he's here. He was out there this morning, so I'm assuming he'll be here tonight and go at it. I'd love to have him. That's why we went and got him. So as far as my concern is just I'm coaching this team right now as if he's here until they tell me he's not.
Brendan Moore's been around long enough. He knows the business side of it, but he hates that stuff. He just wants to talk hockey.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to talk the business side of it. He doesn't want to talk about trades. He wants to talk about hockey. He wants to talk about his team and what they need to do to be better, how they need to play in order to be at their best. He's not a politician. He's not a businessman. He's a hockey coach and former player and a guy that lives it. So he wants this. A lot of people around here, we were talking to some of the people in the Carolina organization earlier, a lot of people just want this kind of saga over with one way or another so that they can just focus on what's ahead of them here in the stretch run.
Yeah, GM Eric Tulsky's got a major decision to make between now and 3 o'clock tomorrow. Coming up next, we'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray. Then we'll look around the NHL as we get you ready for Bruins and Hurricanes coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
A message from the Health Connector for business.
We knew we wanted to offer employee health insurance when we opened Riverwalk Brewing. So we turned to the Health Connector. In about half an hour, we found coverage tailored for our needs. Now, I spend maybe 10 minutes a month in the portal managing our plan. And the staff knows they can see a doctor if they need to. Keeping good employees happy for the long haul, that's what it's all about.
Go to mahealthconnector.org/business.
Patriot Place invites you Saturday, March 15th to their 14th annual Irish Festival. Enjoy live music, step dancing, and Irish-themed activities. And be sure to download the Patriot Place app and sign in to earn points while you're at the Irish Festival at Patriot Place. Learn more at patriot-place.com.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Celtics in action tonight. They take on the 76ers. Sam Hauser, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, and Drew Holiday. They're all out for that one. And some NFL news today. Christian Kirk traded to the Texans. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline. It's an oil change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray, Ryan, and Bob. They'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra. Or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now, get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue. For JD Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. For well-qualified buyers, 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2025 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $17.92 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and in-MAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 3/31/25.
This episode is brought to you by Allianz Travel Insurance. A remote hike in Thailand seemed like a good idea, but you twisted your ankle. Now you're at the nearest hospital and your health insurance may not cover you abroad. Luckily, our emergency medical benefits may help. Learn more and get a quote at AllianzTravelInsurance.com.
Is your relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Bruins and Hurricanes coming up. Let's go around the NHL, including some other trades on this deadline eve. New Jersey Devils today acquiring defenseman Brian Dumoulin from the Ducks for a second-round pick and a prospect.
Well, they just lost Dougie Hamilton the other night to an injury. They're not sure, or we're not sure how long that will be for him. And they were also without Siegenthaler, who's a defenseman for New Jersey, who's on long-term IR. So a couple big defensemen for them missing. So Dumoulin provides a lot of experience. Of course, a couple of Stanley Cups with Pittsburgh, and a guy who's bounced around a little bit here recently, but certainly can help on the back end.
And some terrible news for Jack Hughes, going to be out for the season with shoulder surgery. Utah visiting Detroit tonight. Todd McClellan's Red Wings have lost 3 in a row. They are a point out of a playoff spot.
We have to expect tighter checking and a little more grind to the games, and it's supposed to feel hard. It's supposed to hurt a little bit. It's supposed to stress you a little bit. It's supposed to stretch to the max in whatever way, shape, or form during the game, and we're learning that.
Yeah, you can fall out of a playoff spot in a hurry, right? They lose 3 in a row, so they're out, but right there, still knocking on the door. Utah is in a different situation. They're 4 points out of a playoff spot. You know, Billy Armstrong's got some decisions to make, and whether to buy or sell here at the trade deadline. He certainly has a lot of draft capital that he had built up over the last few years.
Sabres will visit the Lightning tonight. Tampa Bay GM Julian Brisebois yesterday swung a deal with Seattle, acquiring Yanni Gourde and Oliver Bjorkstrand.
We're adding 2 players that are going to play significant minutes for us, and 2 players that are highly competitive, have had success in postseason in the past, have elevated their game when it matters most. They're skilled. They can play 200-foot games. They can be used in all sorts of situations.
Yanni Gourde plays with a lot of grit. Bjorkstrand is a good player. He's underrated, I think, around the league, just maybe because he's been in Seattle. He was in Columbus, then Seattle. He's a good player. He can shoot the puck. He's smart. He always plays well against the Bruins, it seems like. He's always around the net. I think he's definitely going to help Tampa in terms of some of that secondary scoring that they have to offset some of the marquee scoring that they have at the top of their lineup.
That's our look around the NHL. Bob will sit down with Joe Sacco coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
McGovern Ford's Commercial Truck Division, with locations in Saugus, Lowell, and Framingham, boasts a large inventory of Ford work trucks and vans, including plow trucks, dump bodies, service bodies, light-duty and heavy-duty Ford trucks, Ford Transit vans, refrigerated, classic box, and service utility. An extensive selection of Ford work trucks and vans, including tough Super Duty trucks for towing and hauling big loads. McGovern Ford also offers financing options for various credit levels. Falamos Portuguese and Habla Espanol. McGovernFord.com. That's McGovernFord.com.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Are you taking steps to help protect your money from the potential impact of world war? Russia and Ukraine, Israel, Gaza. We've seen threats from Iran, and now Syria has been taken over by extremists, putting the entire region at risk. The question is, how much more international conflict can we handle? And what impacts will these conflicts have on the global economy and your retirement savings? Right now, thousands of hardworking Americans are turning to precious metals like gold and silver to help them protect their hard-earned savings. You may not be able to control these global conflicts around the world, but you can control how you diversify your money. And that's where gold and silver could help. Right now, you can get a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. On top of that, you could get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver, but only while supplies last. So don't wait. Call 855-GOLD-IRA to get your free copy today and find out if you qualify for up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. That's 855-GOLD-IRA. One more time, 855-GOLD-IRA.
Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Joe, you get set for the Carolina Hurricanes here today. A couple days since the last game against Nashville. Mindset yesterday in practice, mindset today here in the morning skate as you prepare here for tonight.
Well, I think the mindset yesterday was there was obviously a level of frustration from the game the night before, which is to be expected. I thought that, we put ourselves in a position. We worked back in the third period to tie the game, and then, to have it get away from us was disappointing, and we were frustrated. But, we talked about some things yesterday. We addressed some of the things that we feel we needed to correct moving forward, and today's a new day, and obviously game tonight. So the mindset today is let's get back to work. Let's make sure we're energized. We're going into a building that's going to be full of energy. We have to make sure that we handle it the right way.
I know that there were some physical mistakes, but do you also see it kind of coming from the mental side of the game? Like when they score a couple quick goals, or they score a goal right after you do, or late in periods, things like that?
Well, I mean, you've seen that, in some of the games, obviously, lately. I don't think last game it was more we tied the game, and I think it wasn't until about, if I'm not mistaken, like 6 or 7 minutes later, maybe when they took the lead. So it wasn't right away. The mistakes happen in hockey and on both sides of the ice for both teams. Obviously, you're trying to limit the amount you make, and there's certain breakdowns. You don't want them to be as obvious. But I think mentally, you have to fight through it. We obviously know we have injuries. We're fighting through injuries. We have what's coming up, the deadline tomorrow coming up, and you just have to be mentally strong right now through this.
You call some guys up, maybe 3 or 4 new faces, not new because they've been here before, but new faces in the lineup. Just what's the message to them?
Just play your game. I think that's the most important thing. You have an opportunity to come up, get some ice time because of what I said before, what's going on, and just play your game and take advantage of the opportunity. That's what most players are trying to do if they want to stick in the league and if they want an opportunity to show what their value is. The message is just play your game, but be ready to play it at a higher level, because you're facing, especially tonight, the next 2 games, but tonight we're looking at one of the better teams.
You alluded to it a little earlier with the media talking about how aggressive they are on the penalty kill. Watching your power play this morning, you were emphasizing the quick puck movement. So when you've got a team like that is really going to press you all over the ice, what do you emphasize with your power play in terms of the puck movement?
A couple of things. One, I think it's support on the ice. You have to have good support. right? If you're going to get pressure, you have to know where your outs are. And our guys have to know, okay, if I'm getting pressured, I can move the puck here because I have the proper support. And then the other thing is they're so aggressive sometimes that their D get away from the net. So we've got to get the puck to the net. I think that's very important because, like I said, their D are pressuring all over. So if we could find a way to get the puck to the slot and have a forward there, we could break them down at times.
So is that on the first unit, that would be Lindy trying to use the bumper in that area?
Correct. So Lindy would be more the guy if they're pressuring up top on Mason or if they're pressuring our elbows. Lindy has to work to a spot where he knows that, okay, I'm available here, the puck can move into me right away, and then maybe get the puck directed towards the net at some point.
They're also 5-on-5 as well, very, very aggressive all over the ice. And I mean, last game, I know it's a long time ago since we were here, but I think they put up 8 against you guys. So what is emphasized in terms of that pressure? Is it the same type of idea with the power play as it is 5-on-5?
It is, and I mean, obviously you need to get good support. Yep. And I think that starts with playing in behind. If their D want to be aggressive, stepping up in the neutral zone, we've got to have good support behind the D. We chip the puck in behind them. We have to have good proper slash support coming across so that, we can pick up pucks. Yeah, and you got to play behind. You just have to play behind this team. They're aggressive 2-1, 2-4 check. Try to make them play. They don't give up necessarily a lot of chances, but the ones they do are high quality. So, if we can get behind them, make them defend, beat their pressure, like I said, with good support, we should get some good looks tonight.
Appreciate it, Joe. Good luck tonight.
Okay, thanks.
That's Coach Joe Sacco, Bruins Hurricanes. Next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM and HD Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Station.
On Tuesday night, the Bruins returned home, having lost 6 of their last 7, but still within striking distance of a wild card spot in the East. But at the end of the night, it was the Nashville Predators who looked like the team more desperate for points. Forsberg toward the slot, and they score. Marchessault gets the feed from McCarron and deposits it into the net, and the Predators are back in front. Right side Stamkos in front, and O'Reilly redirects that one in out of midair. And the Predators strike 2 in a hurry, and they have a 5-3 lead. Now the Bruins come to Carolina, hoping to avoid a repeat of the blowout loss here on Halloween. It's the Bruins and the Hurricanes coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, shot.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. In front for Marchand, point blank, score on the rebound.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, Bosch Tools, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, McGovern Auto Group, Hub International New England, Timberline Construction, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. Backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Gordon.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we're at the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, North Carolina for the second meeting of the year between the Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. You talked with Joe Sacco about what happened the last time we were in this building. How do the Bruins deal with a tough Hurricanes team tonight?
Well, you got to be prepared for the pressure. You got to be ready to match it. This is the way that they play. And when they're on their game, and they've been off their game a little bit, they've been winning some games, but not the way that they'd like to be winning them. And it's, I think with Carolina, they're going to come. They're going to come all over the ice. It doesn't matter where. That's the way that they play, whether it's up the ice, whether it's in the neutral zone, whether it's 5-on-5, whether it's 5-on-4. They're going to come at you. Even penalty killing, they're going to come at you. Or even when they're on the power play, they haven't had a ton of success in that area over the season. But you've got to be ready to match that intensity and that work ethic and how hard they will come. And then the mental side of it is just concentrating on the game itself. There's nothing you can control between now and tomorrow at 3 o'clock except this game right now. So, and that's, like I said, we've been talking about that. That's easier said than done. Starts a snowball. One guy starts talking about it. Another guy starts talking about it. It's hard to get out of your head. It's hard to put it aside. and just focus on the game at hand. But that's their challenge today.
Keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Opening face-off coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about Clear Path for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. Clear Path for Veterans is working with Safety Insurance to help New England veterans at the Resource Center in Devens, Massachusetts. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to Clear Path and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hey, it's Zoe, and Oakers Technologies has a long history of helping businesses stay future ready as their single source IT partner, providing everything from full IT infrastructure to everyday AV needs. And they're hyper-focused on managed IT services that feel easy and simple from a single point of contact. Their ProCare support team are the people behind the technology that make sure that you have a custom approach to the support and resources you need to keep your business future ready with Oakers Technologies, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes about to meet for the second of their 3 meetings this year, as Carolina will make their only appearance at TD Garden coming up in early April. Before we get to the opening puck drop, Hurricanes honoring some local members of the military. Now we go down to ice level and tonight's national anthem.
Star Spangled Banner, performed this evening by Adam Lee Decker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets are red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Here in Raleigh, North Carolina, getting set for the opening face-off between the Hurricanes and the Bruins. We take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for the Carolina Hurricanes is Pyotr Kochetkov. On defense, pairing at Jalen Chatfield and Sean Walker. And up front, it's Andrei Svechnikov, Jordan Stahl, and Jordan Martinook. For the Bruins, they'll go back to Jonas Korpisalo here tonight. Nikita Zadorov, Brandon Carlo, your defenseman. And up front, Riley Tufte on a line with Elias Lindholm and Charlie Coyle. The starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Scott Barton of Deering, New Hampshire. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Scott wins a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins on the road in white helmets, white sweaters, black pants. Hurricanes in black from head to toe with white numbers and red trim. As the face-off at center ice, controlled first by Boston. They'll move from left to right here in the first period. Carlo sending it up the right wing boards, tipped into the Carolina zone by Charlie Coyle. Back to play at his stall, takes a hit from Riley Tufte in the corner. Coyle puts some pressure on there as well. Trying to dig that puck free. Got it toward Lindholm, but the puck slipped away from him. Zadorov kept it in. Over to Carlo for a shot. That one tipped off of Chatfield and wide. And the Hurricanes will ice the puck here in the early going, just 30 seconds in.
Well, a guy like Tufte's going to stand out, right? Just gets called back up. He's been up and down this year. He's a big body. He can get in there quickly on the forecheck. Getting an opportunity on the line right now with Elias Lindholm and Charlie Coyle. Corey Merkulov had been manning that spot for the last couple of games, but he gets sent back down to Providence, and now it's Tufte. He gets in there quickly on stall on the forecheck, causes a little problem down there, and the Bruins get a shot from the point as they rotate it low to high. That's what they're looking at, from Tufte and what he can provide.
Tufte, Patrick Brown, Vinny Lettieri, and defenseman Ian Mitchell all back up from Providence here in the last 48 hours.
4 new faces in the lineup today from last game.
Puck will come across the ice toward the near side. Walker gets it out for the Hurricanes. Peak will dump it back in. Pasternak will go in on the forecheck. Kochetkov came and spun the puck around the glass, and it goes up and out of play. It did deflect, so no penalty, but the faceoff will stay inside the Carolina zone.
Yeah, off the glass for Kochetkov. He's a competitive goaltender. He's a fiery goaltender. We've seen him. He lost a game, was it last year, to the Bruins at the TD Garden? He was fired up. He was fired up. It was an overtime loss.
Well, I remember him getting into it with Brad Marchand a couple of years ago. Some stick work involved with the two of them.
He's going to be the guy. I mean, talk about Freddie Anderson, but he's going to be the guy.
Peak hands one off to Zaka out near the blue line. Shot hit the leg in front. Pasternak comes up hobbling as the puck moved up ice here by Seth Jarvis. Chasing Peak deep into Boston territory. Wrapped around far side by Lohrei. Pasternak will play it along through the neutral zone. Zaka cutting in across the right wing side. Centering pass. And Kochetkov got a stick on that.
He had to. I mean, that was open for Geekie. Was open on the backside there going to the far post.
Get a whistle again here with minute 12 gone by in this first period. So with the new looks, Geekie, Zaka, and Pasternak stay together tonight. You mentioned Tufte with Lindholm and Coyle. Vinny Lettieri's going to slot in with Koepke and Patra. And it'll be Patrick Brown with Beecher and Kastelik on the fourth line. As the puck comes back into Boston territory, Mitchell chased by Taylor Hall. Puck out toward the near circle, knocked away from Kotkaniemi along the near wall. It'll be played by Hall. Tried to shoot it in deep, but picked off by Parker Wotherspoon near the side of the net. And he'll play it out through the neutral zone. Bounced away from Lettieri, angled off the near boards by Mitchell. Volleyed back toward the Boston blue line, and Kotkaniemi will get it deep. Wotherspoon from behind the Bruins net. Send it around the far side. Koepke will play it into the neutral ice. Shane Gostisbehere got back ahead of Lettieri to play that puck. And now Patra will chase Gostisbehere into the near side corner. Patra upended in pursuit of that puck. Gostisbehere played it up the near wall. Kastelik kept it in. Second effort. Hurricanes get it out. Tyson Jost will play into the Boston zone. Zadorov's pass missed Brown coming out of the zone. Dumped right back in here by the Hurricanes. Carlo to Zadorov going behind the net. Back to Carlo out toward his own blue line. Into the neutral ice. Beecher going to carry into the Hurricane zone. Takes a hit from Stillman along the near side wall.
Yeah, but that hurt Stillman. Stillman took the worst of that.
He's down.
He was a late add to this lineup. As you pointed out to me just before the game, Orlov was a late scratch, and Stillman came across for the big hit. Did he catch a stick up high?
Yeah, he's
he
bloody
did.
Nose and mouth.
Yeah. He took Beecher's stick up high, I believe, and he's going to go for repairs here. He had him lined up perfectly on this little hip check right along the boards. And, no, he ran into the glass, did he not?
No, he caught a skate. Beecher's back leg popped up and his skate caught him in the face.
Yeah, good hit, exactly, good hit. And as Beecher was going down to the ice, his right skate came up and caught Stillman.
So Stillman up the tunnel into the locker room. Yeah, the word from Hurricanes PR is that Dmitry Orlov dealing with a minor injury is day-to-day, and that's why he was a late scratch.
He was the first guy here this morning for the Hurricanes. He's here like 8 o'clock this morning.
And we got a penalty coming here against the Bruins as Svechnikov got tripped up coming through the neutral zone. So just over 2.5 minutes gone by, and the Bruins are going to go shorthanded here.
Pretty choppy start to this game. A couple of whistles, a few whistles, and Carlo's going to be the guy going, one of your good penalty killers.
When we were here in October, Bruins gave up 3 power play goals in that game.
Yeah, he made a cut right at the red line, so it was a good gap from Carlo, right? He's right up there, taking away time and space in the neutral zone. Svechnikov starts to go to the middle, then he cuts back to the outside, and Carlo's stick was right there on the left skate.
Face off in the Bruins zone. Carolina will control. Gostisbehere played it down the near side wall. Oslovic trying to get it back to the point, had it taken away. Lindholm will come forward along with Zacha, but the pass across got blocked. Sent back towards Zadorov in the Boston zone, and he'll play it around behind the net. Beat from the near circle. Shoots it back into the neutral ice. Cut off there by Aho, and right back into the Boston zone they come. On the far side, Rantanen pushed it to Aho. Down into the right wing corner for Jackson Blake. Blake comes around behind the net. Pass blocked by Peak. Around to that far side again. Gostisbehere trades it with Aho. Top of the right circle, Aho gives back up top here for Gostisbehere. Again for Aho. And looking down low, Peak batted that one out of the air. Stays in play. Peak's got it. He's coming through neutral ice here. 2-on-1 with Lindholm. Peak from the left circle, a shot. Kachetkov made the save. And the whistle comes before he tried to toss that back into play.
I'll tell you what, Carolina's off right now. I mean, it's early in this game. I know we're only 3.5 minutes in, but you know, we wondered what we're going to see. The last time the Bruins were in here, Carolina was playing some good hockey, and they proved it. 8-2. Laid a beating on the Bruins in that game. But just watching them move the puck around right now, it's off.
Their power play since the start of January, they've scored 5 goals in 67 chances over the last 25 games. That's only 7.5%.
But it started 5-on-5 as well.
Right.
They've just given up 2 2-on-1s, so the Bruins shorthanded.
Lorai with a shot, gloved down by Kachetkov, and Jarvis deals off along the near side boards. Kotkaniemi will carry through the neutral ice. Pass into the middle for Jarvis. Got spun away from it. Coyle will drag it back into the neutral ice and send one end over end toward the Carolina zone and head off on a change. 45 seconds left on the Carlo penalty. Brought through the neutral ice here by Jarvis, and down the right wing circle he comes. Wraps it around the near side. Svechnikov to Burns, center of the blue line. Off to that right wing side for Hall. Down low and right back to Hall. Forced out in front and knocked away and cleared by Koepke.
Well, I thought they had a chance to take that puck strong to the front of the net from that far side. That was Kotkaniemi coming from the right wing side to the left of Korpisalo and tried to make a pass across.
Taylor Hall will play it down the right wing boards. Peak reversed it back into that far corner, and a chance to clear, and they do, as the referee got taken down there in that corner as well. Zadorov stopping to check on him as the puck went the other end of the ice. Burns looking for Slavin coming through the neutral zone, overshot him. Volleyed back into the air by Peak. Knocked back toward the Boston blue line. Jordan Stahl got it deep. In the near corner, Robinson turned and took a hit. Puck popped off the near wall for Slavin and back in behind the net. Robinson trying to center. He did for Stahl, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Now a shot from the far point man, Chatfield.
That was good help from Coyle coming back.
Shot from the near wall by Slavin is gloved by Jonas Korpisalo.
Stahl was open there, so it's the pressure coming from his back. That's the weak side winger coming all the way back out into the slot, which was Coyle at that time. And he's able to get the stick up in the air.
Bruins kill off the first penalty of the game. We've got just over 5 minutes gone in the first period. No score so far. Face-off will be to the right of Jonas Korpisalo. Coming off a win in his last outing. Chatfield off the far side circle. Gets it right back. Worked it down the wall. Centering pass broken up by Wotherspoon. And the Bruins will start it out with Pasternak getting the feed from Zaka. Pasta's pass redirected out of the zone, though, by Slavin. Bruins regroup near their own blue line. Wotherspoon will dump it in from the red. Kochetkov out behind the net. Flipped it toward the near corner. Slavin had to knock it off the dasher. Getting pressured in the corner by Geekie. Geekie backhander toward the front for Pasternak got taken away. Rantanen will bring the Hurricanes forward. As they gain the line, we get a whistle and another penalty coming up. This one looks to be against Carolina.
It's going to be a hooking call. Carolina not crazy about this penalty, but it's a rush, and they're trying to make it an odd man rush, and it's going to be Rantanen, I believe, going to the box on this play after he made that pass.
96 Carolina's going to line up for hooking. Hooking the call against Rantanen, and the Bruins will get their first power play of the game.
Got the stick in on Ian Mitchell, but wasn't much, but he got it in there, they said, on the hands.
So the Bruins power play, 1 out of 9 over their last 4 games. Taking on a Carolina penalty kill, it's second best in the league this year. Just a shade under 84% they have killed off this season. But over the last 9 games, that number's dropped to 71%. Pulled free here off the face-off by Elias Lindholm. Out of the corner comes Pasternak. He'll deal it around behind the net, but it was tipped by Slavin. Race for it in the far corner. Lindholm got knocked off balance. Puck kept alive. Here's Pasternak, top of the right circle with a shot. Not sure if Kochetkov got a piece of that or not, as it goes up and out of play.
Yeah, that's a good save. He came out, challenged, and he got a piece of it. Might have been, up near the knob of his stick, above the blocker. But Pasternak found some space because they are so aggressive. Yeah, just glanced off the blocker.
Face-off near circle down to our right. Minute 42 to go in the man advantage. Off the draw, puck comes back toward Lohrei, but didn't settle it down. Lost it out into the neutral ice. Pasternak's got it near the blue line. Gives to Zaka as he comes back in. Tried to deal it toward the left side, but blocked by Jordan Stahl.
And cleared by Slavin. Two pretty reliable defensive players.
There's Mason Lohrei starting from the Bruins own zone and has it knocked off his stick by Aho. He gets around Pasternak, moves in, and scores. Sebastian Aho with the backhander. Short-handed goal for Carolina, and they grab a 1-0 lead.
Just sloppy coming up the ice this time for the Bruins, trying to come out of their zone. Mason Lohrei, a little bit of a miscue here. He's going to start moving to his right, and as he's going to try to drop the puck back for Pasternak, it's Aho who knocks the puck off of his stick. So he wants that little drop pass, that delay, and then he takes this, not a great angle there. Pasternak, as he goes towards Aho, Aho just comes in sharp from the left wing side, attacks the net. He's a left shot. He's going to pull the puck forward to backhand, outweight Korpisalo, and then lift it up over the glove and pad side, left pad of Korpisalo. But they want that delay play coming out, but it's Aho with an aggressive little chop to the stick there of Lohrei. Not a penalty, a good play, and make the Bruins pay.
Well, the Bruins get set up here on the power play. Still a minute to go in the man advantage. Pass in the direction of Coyle was knocked away. Poitras got it along the right wing circle. Gives back to Mitchell. Over to the far side. A one-timer by Lettieri. Turned aside by Kochetkov. Puck is cleared out of the zone. And Jarvis up the right wing side. Cuts toward the middle of the Bruins zone. But 1-on-3 gets run off the puck. Coyle will play back into neutral ice. The Bruins turn it over there. And Jarvis will drop it back to Burns. Lifted up toward the Boston line. It bounced off Lettieri's glove. Stahl tried to throw it toward the front of the net. Instead, now Pasternak will deal behind the net to Mitchell, and there's 23 seconds left on the power play.
There's the pressure up ice, right? We've seen it. A couple examples. One's resulted in a goal.
And here's a turnover. Chatfield shoots, and with Martinook in front looking for the tip, the save made by Korpisalo draws the whistle.
Yeah, after a good opportunity from Pasternak early on in the power play, since then it's been kind of downhill for the Bruins trying to get themselves up the ice. Mitchell had a chance, or a shot at least, from the outside, but you had Carolina that was not sharp in their power play opportunity. The Bruins had some chances, and it's kind of the same way here from the Bruins side of things.
Aho's shorthanded goal was his third such goal this season, his 24th overall. Now 8 shorthanded goals for the Hurricanes and 10 allowed by the Bruins in this season. Puck comes deep here to Brandon Carlo in the Bruins zone. Power play about to expire. Rantanen standing in the penalty box is released. Puck sent through neutral ice, tipped in deep here by Kastelik for the Bruins. It'll get wrapped around the far side, taken off the wall by Zadorov, the turned over. Robinson will carry the Hurricanes forward into the middle for Rantanen. A shot and a stick save made by Korpisalo. Puck volleyed back into neutral ice by Brown. Here's Kotkaniemi looking to reload quickly. Down the left wing circle, he pivots back and deals it to the left point man, Gostisbehere. Shot straight on from the blue line by Walker. Tipped off into the far circle. Pushed up ice by Kastelik. Brown will provide the pressure in the Carolina zone. Bruins changing behind the play. Here's Blake at the red line. His pass knocked away. Kepke stumbled trying to get after it and then lost it just inside the Carolina line. Kotkaniemi going to throw it back deep into Boston territory. It angles out of the corner toward the net. And Korpisalo plays it away from there as Taylor Hall was in pursuit. On the near side board, Cook sent across the ice. Hall thought about a shot, settled it instead. Centering pass for Kotkaniemi is taken away, and Wotherspoon deals it off the far glass and out into neutral ice, but right back in come the Hurricanes. Blake hit hard along the near boards by Pete. And Lettieri will send behind the Bruins net. 10:55 to go here in the first. Boston down by a goal. Lettieri will send into the Carolina zone, and Boston will change. Chatfield sends over to Burns on the right side. Tipped into the Bruins zone. Here's Stahl down the right wing circle, but Carlo gets over there and gets a stick on it. Will come toward the near corner. And Charlie Coyle lifted it out into neutral ice. Tufte trying to get it at center ice. Instead, they're going to whistle the Hurricanes for a hand pass here. 10:28 to go, first period. Carolina on the board first. It's 1-0. You're on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can shop during this ad by saying, Alexa, add to cart. You are bountiful. Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails fruit pectin gummies with collagen and biotin, plus antioxidant CNE, help you shine from the inside out. To add Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails gummies with collagen and biotin to your cart, just say, Alexa, add to cart. That's Alexa, add to cart.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe, and Oakers Technologies has a long history of helping businesses stay future ready as their single source IT partner, providing everything from full IT infrastructure to everyday AV needs. And they're hyper-focused on managed IT services that feel easy and simple from a single point of contact. Their ProCare support team are the people behind the technology that make sure that you have a custom approach to the support and resources you need to keep your business future ready with Oakers Technologies, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Start your 2025 at a new F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, for 48 straight years. Bruins down 1-0 here, just about midway through the first period. Sebastian Aho scoring a shorthanded goal, unassisted at 6:29 to get the Hurricanes in front. Each team has already had one power play chance in the first 9.5 minutes.
And neither one of them have been very sharp.
No. Face-off win here at center ice by Elias Lindholm. Off the near wall, it's poked into the Carolina zone by Coyle. Run around his own net by Stahl. He'll get the pass coming out into the neutral zone, and Stahl going to carry up the left wing side. Tried to get around Carlo toward the slot, could not. Coyle brings back through the neutral ice and floats one ahead, but the Hurricanes are there. Martinook through the neutral zone with a pass off to the left side for Svechnikov. Pivots along the near side circle. Gostisbehere at the point. They'll play it back in deep. Stahl in behind the Boston net. Challenged by Carlo. Puck bounced off the back of the net. Martinook tried to keep it moving. Stall in the far corner, shouldered by Zadorov. Puck came back toward the blue line. Gostisbehere. It caught up in traffic. Coyle goes down. Penalty coming against Carolina. The Bruins will go back to the power play here with 9:39 to go in the first.
Where Svechnikov got over the box before the referee could even announce it. He did a sprint over the penalty box that time.
You know, we say all the time, oh, this guy's arguing, doesn't like the call. Svechnikov, no argument that time.
Nope. I mean, he literally sprinted right to the box. There was a little pile up. About 10, 12 feet inside the Bruins blue line, and he got the stick into Charlie Coyle as Coyle was trying to pull out of the pack.
See if the Bruins can improve on their first effort here with 9:39 to go in the first. Lindholm to take the draw. Zacha and Geekie, Pasternak, and Warai, the five-man unit. Here's Lindholm looking for Pasternak. Get him in the skate with the pass. Zacha played it off the near boards and back toward Warai at the right point. Warai walks it along the blue line. Tried to give it back to Pasternak. Was knocked away. Lindholm ended up with a shot attempt out of it. But Chetkov made the save.
That was close to a breakaway there for Carolina.
Pasternak will drag it back into the Carolina zone. Deals a pass off left side. Geekie in front. He had both Zacha and Lindholm in front. Neither guy could tip that in.
Burns may have saved a goal there.
Pasternak will bring back in
or at least a really good scoring chance.
Right wing circle. Gets it across to the far side for Geekie. Back to Warai. He will play it down the wall. Referee got away in that far corner. Carolina will take advantage and clear. And a 10 to go on the man advantage. Bruins will change up the power play unit here. Warai shadowed by Stahl inside the Boston zone. Gives to Lettieri with speed for neutral ice. Now Pasternak try to get it back to Lettieri. Swept away from him by Chatfield. Lettieri goes in behind the net, gets it back. Here's Pasternak, right circle a shot. Kochetkov with the glove save, no rebound.
Yeah, good save, Kochetkov from the right wing circle. He's made two good saves on Pasternak from that exact spot. Let's take a look at the numbers today. Some people saying, hey, Pasternak deserves some MVP consideration. So, difference between your leading scorer on your team and the second leading scorer on your team it's the widest discrepancy of any team in the NHL. 30 points between Pasternak and Brad Marchand. 77-47. Next closest one is Nathan McKinnon and Cal McCarr. That's 25 points between McKinnon and McCarr. It would have been closer if Rantanen had still been there. But
right. Face-off linear by Patra. 45 to go on the power play. Chopped up ice. Mitchell will come back ahead of Martin inside the Boston zone. We're going to carry it through the neutral zone. Try to deal a pass left side. It hit Charlie Coyle and kick back toward Mitchell. Now a dump in. Burns. Who tried to glove it out of the air, but couldn't reach it. Near side circle, off the glass and out, courtesy of Patrick Brown. Fighting his way forward into the attack zone is Beecher. But taken away from him by Chatfield. Back the other direction come the Hurricanes. Robinson moving in left circle. Send it to Roslovic behind the net. A centering pass blocked by Loron. Burns fires one to the net. And that one just wide. Slavin along the near boards will keep it deep. In the far corner, Lorai first to it. And he'll shoot it out of the zone, but that's going to miss Pasternak in the neutral ice and go for an icing.
Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes here for the Hurricanes tonight is Pyotr Kochetkov, and for the Bruins, he's been busy. Jonas Korpisalo.
Korpisalo, 31 saves on 33 shots in the win over Pittsburgh on Saturday. Comes in with a 10-6-2 record on the year, 2.81 goals against, and an .895 save percentage. As the puck comes out from behind the net and brought out into the neutral ice by Zacha. Sent toward the Carolina line, but denied. Aho overshot Rantanen, coming back the other direction. Chetkov making his 38th start of the year for Carolina. Andrew Peak works the Bruins into the offensive zone. Geekie took a swat at one, but was held off it by Aho. And Kochetkov's going to be able to cover that up right in front of the net. 5 minutes even to go here in the first period. Carolina 1, Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Lumineers. The Automatic World Tour. Due to popular demand, second show added July 17th at Fenway Park. With special guests, Young the Giant and Hippocampus. Tickets on sale now at redsox.com/The Lumineers. The Lumineers. Pick up their new album, Automatic, out now.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
When you're in HR, it can feel like nothing is easy. From payroll to PTO, from onboarding to benefits, and everything in between, it's a constant juggle of tasks, systems, and spreadsheets. But your HR software? That's the easy part. Meet Bamboo HR. Trusted by over 34,000 companies. It handles all your HR tasks, payroll, benefits, and time tracking. So your team and your company can grow as fast as, well, Bamboo. And Bamboo HR software is actually easy to use. One simple system that pulls all your people data together in one place, so you can ditch scattered systems and wasted hours on tasks that should only take minutes. Because when HR is easier, you can focus on what matters most, your people. HR is hard. Bamboo HR is easy. Ready to simplify all your HR tasks? For a limited time, get a $100 Visa gift card when you complete a free demo at bamboohr.com/gift card. Again, that's bamboohr.com/gift card. Terms and conditions apply.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Bruins down 1-0 with 5 minutes to go here in the first period in Carolina. Coming up during our first intermission, we're going to talk about tomorrow's trade deadline. Some of the deals that have been made, some of the deals that may be made. Here over the next 20 hours or so is the shot by Pete. Kochetkov pulled it off the line. He thought he had it, and he didn't. It was sitting right in front of the goal line, and he reached back with the blocker to pick it up.
He did, but not before Geekie was kept from getting to this puck. The shot is taken by Peak. It squeaks through, and I think it's Aho that keeps Geekie from getting to a wide open net. He got to him first, prevented him from getting there, and that allowed Kochetkov to locate the puck and reach back without the stick and cover it up. But that was all Aho right there, keeping that out.
Slavin volleys it out of the zone here for Carolina. Aho will drag it in across the Boston line. Aho's having a pretty good first period as the puck comes through the neutral ice. He's got there Only goal so far, a shorty.
He's got 13 goals in 21 career games against the Bruins. This being game 21.
Puck behind the Carolina net. Both teams changing up front here. As Slavin will bring out toward his own blue line. Pass right for Burns. Tufte disrupted his pass, but still across the Boston line it comes. Svechnikov tried to shoot. Instead, it's Stahl out of the corner. Off the near boards to Gostisbehere at the point. In deep for Martinook. Zadorov reaching for that puck. Gets a piece of it as it comes back toward the far point. Shot in wide of the net. Carlo will steer it off toward the near side. And Coyle plays into the middle to Zadorov. Disrupted from behind by Stahl as he tried to move that puck forward. Bruins able to get a steal inside the Carolina zone with Tufte. The puck trickles in toward Kochetkov, and he covers it up with 3:48 left in the period.
There's been some few good plays made in this period, but there's been some choppy play too. Carolina hasn't been all that sharp. Once they've gotten the puck through the neutral zone in the offensive zone, 5-on-5, they've been pretty good. They've had a couple good opportunities. Korpisalo's made those saves, but they're coming out of their own zone, been a little off.
Well, some of what we talked about in the pregame show with how aggressive they are, though, and getting on top of you, whether it be on the forecheck or in the defensive zone.
But if the second guy is a half step slow, the first guy initiates it. If the second guy is a half step slow, then everything gets thrown off.
Right.
You got to all be on the same page.
There's Lettieri in the right wing corner for the Bruins. They back down toward the corner, and Gostisbehere sticked out along for Chatfield through the neutral ice. That pass missed Taylor Hall, and an icing here against Carolina.
Another one coming out of the zone there for Carolina. Yeah.
Taylor Hall, part of that deal that brought Rantman over from Colorado. He was, of course, playing in Chicago. It was the third team involved in that deal. Has just 2 points in his 12 games so far with the Hurricanes. Rantman's put up 2 goals and 4 assists in his 12 games coming into the night since that trade. Faceoff pulled back into the corner by Kotkaniemi. Chatfield played it up the wall. Hurricanes will bring it out into neutral ice. Blake getting it deep into Boston territory. He and Mitchell send it around toward the far circle. Cut off by Hall. He'll carry in behind the net. Puck on his backhand. Turns to the forehand as he came to the near circle. Blocked by Mitchell. Mitchell now battling for it in the corner against Blake. Hall gets involved as well. Blake will play it back off the near wall, looking for Slavin at the point. Cut off by Pasternak, and he'll skate it through neutral ice. Right wing pass to Zacha, shot, and Kochetkov outside of the blue paint to make that save. No rebound.
That's a decent look off the rush. So Pasternak starts the rush by reading where that puck is going to be thrown in the Bruins defensive zone. He gets over to the boards, he picks it off, and he gets his feet moving up through the neutral zone, starts on the right wing, ends up in the middle of the ice, gets the backhand pass over to Zacha, and Zacha has some time and space to get that shot away from the right wing, but Kochetkov pushing out to make that save.
So an offensive zone face-off now for Matt Patra with 2:50 to go here in the period. And the Bruins down by a goal. Off the draw, reaching in there was Sean Walker. Lifted out of the zone by Burns. Robinson hacked at by Koepke as he came toward the Boston blue line. Puck along the near circle, jumped up into the air. And the Hurricanes control it. Burns with a shot. Orai blocking that one in front of the net. Off the far boards, Lettieri will bank one ahead. And moving it through the neutral ice. It came back toward Orai, but he got run off it by Robinson. Terry knocks one away in the neutral ice, but would have been an offside here against the Bruins. Hurricanes coming back the other way. Jost couldn't get it cleanly into the Boston zone. Here's Kastelik back the other direction. Took a shot. Rolled off Kochetkov and wide of the net. Kastelik forcing it back out in front. Patra poked it toward the net. It goes off the outside of the cage and lifted up over the head of Carlo. And that'll be another icing here against Carolina.
I mean, the Bruins, they're working, right? They're working hard. You got to make sure you work smart. They made a couple of mistakes here off the rush defensively, and a couple of mistakes on the power play. But, they're working against this Carolina team. And if you're off, if you're Carolina, then, you can try to get to them. Kochetkov's been good.
He's faced 12 Bruin shots so far with 1:54 to go here in the first period. Carolina's got 9 shots on goal. Lindholm having a chat with Riley Tufte before they line up for the face-off. Tufte in the slot. Face-off pulled the Coyle, who tried to get it back towards Zadorov and got through him and back into Boston territory. Zadorov will start it up ice. Bruins moving from left to right here in the first period. Zadorov stick handling through some traffic. Moves it toward the high slot, and his shot never got going in front of his own net. Gostisbehere will play it up and out of the zone, but that's going to be another Carolina ice.
Zadorov just took this puck right through everybody before he got the shot disrupted. But you say Carolina backing off. I know they've iced it twice now in this sequence. When you catch teams at different times of the year, I still think Carolina's going to be a very good team. But they're off right now. And maybe it's the time of year. Maybe they've got some, their heads are in the clouds a little bit about what's going to happen to number 96 between now and tomorrow afternoon. Their execution's off.
Mentioned it during the pregame. They got out to a 14-4 start this year. 10 games above 500 at 18 games in. Kind of, just treaded water for the most part since then. They had one stretch in January where they were unbeaten in 7 straight. Zacha gives over to Peak along the right wing side. Played down into the corner. Off the near boards from Geekie, back to Peak. Shot knocked away by Kochetkov. Rebound, score! And it's Geekie from the far circle. Ties the game at 1.
Well, the hot hand continues from Morgan Geekie. He gets this rebound right on his tape in the left wing circle. And this is after a couple of icings by Carolina, and now the Bruins take advantage. Shot comes through. Wasn't sure if it was tipped by Zacha or not on the way through, but it was from Peak at the right point. Kochetkov gets the right pad on it, but in doing so, because it was through a partial screen, ends up kicking that puck right into the left wing circle to his right. And there's Geekie as a right-hand shot, ripping it short side high over the blocker.
So it's 65 seconds left here in the first. It's a tie game. And for Morgan Geekie, that's number 21 on the season. Martinook will push it into the Boston zone. Zadorov going back to try to retrieve it. In behind the net, he's up against Stahl. Puck into the far corner. Thrown toward the net. Sticked out in front. And Coyle will get it to Tufte coming through the neutral ice. 40 seconds to go in the period. Lifted back through the blue line and out. Zadorov to Coyle. Carolina will get it right back here. We're under 30 seconds to play in the period. Slavin standing in his own zone. The Hurricanes are changing. Slavin will play it up the far right wing side, and across the line comes Blake with the shot that is tipped and wide of the net. Mitchell trying to shoot it toward the near side, and it chopped away by Kotkaniemi. Wotherspoon with a long pass, redirected into the Carolina zone by Beecher. Kochetkov sent it around the near side. Mitchell shoots one high and wide. That's going to bring us to the end of the first period. So the Bruins get a late one to get it tied. After Aho had given the Hurricanes the lead with a shorthanded goal, Morgan Geekie makes it a 1-1 game at the end of 20 minutes. And we'll return to the Lenovo Center in Raleigh here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
Popeyes has the wings you crave as a meal, for a snack, or to fill the table at your next party. Crunchy, spicy bone-in wings or tender, white meat boneless wings are seasoned to perfection in Louisiana herbs and spices, and then tossed in so many different amazing flavors that you can't tell if one is better than the last. Pick your wing, choose your sauce, and savor all the flavor possibilities. It's the best of both wings, and they're only at Popeyes. At participating U.S. restaurants.
When you're in HR, it can feel like nothing is easy. From payroll to PTO, from onboarding to benefits, and everything in between, it's a constant juggle of tasks, systems, and spreadsheets. But your HR software? That's the easy part. Meet Bamboo HR. Trusted by over 34,000 companies, it handles all your HR tasks, payroll, benefits, and time tracking, so your team and your company can grow as fast as, well, Bamboo. And Bamboo HR software is actually easy to use. One simple system that pulls all your people data together in one place, so you can ditch scattered systems and wasted hours on tasks that should only take minutes. Because when HR is easier, you can focus on what matters most, your people. HR is hard. Bamboo HR is easy. Ready to simplify all your HR tasks? For a limited time, get a $100 Visa gift card when you complete a free demo at bamboohr.com/gift card. Again, that's bamboohr.com/gift card. Terms and conditions apply.
Home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
You know, this happens every year, and it's part of the job description for everybody involved. And it'll just, obviously, once you get past it, it'll solidify pretty much who's here and who's not at that time. That's the way we look at it, really. From my standpoint, it doesn't really change anything.
Joe Sacco talking about tomorrow's trade deadline as we're back here in Raleigh, where the Bruins and the Hurricanes are tied at 1. And you know, as you said earlier, Beersy, the Bruins are in kind of a situation that this organization is not normally in at this time of year. More sellers than buyers. And, you know, we've talked to the players this week, including Charlie Coyle, about, you know, how they try to put that out of their mind and handle their business on the ice.
You know, this happens at this time. And the way our season's gone up and down like this, there's no surprise. Like, you know, things can happen, could happen. Won't happen. Like, we just have to go out and do our job every day.
And meanwhile, you know, around the league, there's trades being made, including the Tampa Bay Lightning. GM Julien Brisebois yesterday swinging a deal with Seattle, picking up both Oliver Bjorkstrand and Yanni Gourde.
I'd rather have a lineup full of good players than a bank of a ton of draft picks. Because I think ultimately what we're trying to do is win hockey games. We want to win a lot of hockey games. We want to win a lot of hockey games this season, next season, every season. Like, we're chasing a championship now. We're going to be chasing a championship next season and for the foreseeable future.
Well, he's certainly putting his money where his mouth is, right? Julien Brisebois is. I mean, they've been busy and active several times here over the last few years. It helps when you have the core group that they have. When you've got one of the best players in the world, best playmaking players in the world is Kucherov up front. You've got Braden Point. You've got Brandon Hagel, who's had an outstanding season again. You know, following it up from you know what he did there last year, and you know, then on the back end, Victor Hedman, and then you got Vasilevsky in net. When you've got that core and the ability to build around it, I think, you know, you owe it to them. You got to go for it. They're in their primes right now. You got to, you know, you won 2 Stanley Cups already with them, and you're going to mortgage a little bit moving forward. You can try to recoup those number 1 picks if you make a big trade. I mean, they've made big trades for like players that have gone out the door. Sergachev going out the door. You know, even Killorn, Stamkos goes out the door last year because and they make room for a guy like Gensel coming in. So, you know, right, like it or not, and you know, right or wrong, they're not afraid to make the bold move. And if they give up a couple of first-round picks because of it, well, they might pay the price a number of years from now, but by that time, those guys that are in their prime are going to be out of their prime, you know, you would think, anyhow. And he's going for it right now, and he's one of the hottest teams in the league, if not the hottest team in the league right now. They only lost that one game of regulation here over the last 11 or 12, so it's been a good run for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Bruins are going to see them on Saturday night.
Well, and so much of the focus around the league right now is on these Carolina Hurricanes, as you know, the Mikko Rantanen situation will be resolved between now and 3 p.m. in some method tomorrow as to whether he stays or goes after being acquired back in January from the Colorado Avalanche. And Rod Brind'Amour said he hopes that he's going to be around for the playoffs.
I'd love to have him. That's why we went and got him. So as far as my concern is just I'm coaching this team right now as if he's here until they tell me he's not.
Yeah, it's a, they've got him playing with Aho. They're trying to form some of that chemistry. It's been a little slow out of the gate for Rantanen. Is the contract weighing on him? He turned down a pretty decent deal. I don't know if it was a great deal, but in his mind anyhow, but a decent deal. Supposedly it was pretty strong. They went through this same thing with Jake Gensel last season when they brought him in, and when they started negotiating with Gensel, the word is, and we're not behind closed doors, but the word is that they offered him a lot less than what he thought they were going to offer him. And then when they eventually came up to that number, he was like, no, you didn't negotiate in good faith in my mind. In his mind, that's a one-sided view of it. And he eventually moves on and signs with the Tampa Bay Lightning. So they bring in Rantanen this year. Did they have a framework of what he was going to want? I would imagine they did. They might not have known exactly, but they got to have a framework of it, you would think. And now here we are, and he said he's not prepared to sign before tomorrow at 3:00. And anybody's guess of what happens to him now. But the question is, if he's still here, how well does he fit in with this team? Because it hasn't been great so far.
Right.
Does it take a little time? And that's why they went out and did the deal early, so that he would work out the kinks at this portion of the season and then get into it with, now you come down the stretch the last few weeks and you can see what he can really do and help your team.
Well, you think back to when they made that trade, and we saw Colorado right after that, and it was, we were thinking, well, Carolina certainly is going for it this year. They're making their run. Now it's a question of will he be around for it. By the way, reports today say Rantanen is open to agreeing to an extension with the right team as part of a sign and trade potentially tomorrow.
I heard that was off the table. I heard that was a rumor that came out today that's off the table now. So who knows?
We'll see by 3:00 tomorrow. Well, that's a look at what's coming up at the trade deadline. The Bruins and the Hurricanes tied at 1 at the end of 1. Joe Murray's going to give us a check of the Sports Hub headlines, and we'll be back for the second period from here in Raleigh coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Thumbtack presents the ins and outs of caring for your home. Out. Indecision. Overthinking. Second-guessing every choice you make. In. Plans and guides that make it easy to get home projects done. Out. Beige on beige on beige. In. Knowing what to do, when to do it, and who to hire. Start caring for your home with confidence. Download Thumbtack today.
My brother-in-law died suddenly. Now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. After that, I told my wife we couldn't put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston. 98.5 The Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
NHL scoreboard after one period. Detroit leads Utah 2-1. A very high-scoring first period in Tampa Bay as the Sabres lead the Lightning 3-2. And the Panthers, they have a 1-0 lead over Columbus. The Jets have a 2-0 lead over the Flyers. Just in a couple of other games on the slate tonight. Nashville, they'll host Seattle. Stars and Flames, they're at 8 o'clock. Edmonton, they host the Canadiens at 9 o'clock. And the final game of the night, Colorado, they host San Jose. And the Celtics currently in action right now, hosting the 76ers. They have a 33-19 lead in the first quarter. Signify your spot in the Bruins fandom with the new Next Century Fan For Your Puck package, which includes an engraved puck that will be displayed on the puck wall at Heritage Hall inside TD Garden, an engraved commemorative puck to keep as a memento. Visit bostonbruins.com/fanfoyer to purchase yours today. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. The second period's next on the 98.5 The Sports, a Bruins radio network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppable bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppable, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
With spring just around the corner, wouldn't it be great if you could upgrade your space? Well, Macy's is here for you. It's your last chance to catch our President's Day sale with big savings on what you need to refresh your home. Think 20 to 40% off new furniture, like our exclusive Radley sectional, now $21.99. And take 30 to 60% off a new mattress from Hotel Collection, Serta, and more, so you can sleep better. Hurry into Macy's before this weekend is over, because our President's Day sale ends Sunday. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
When you're in HR, it can feel like nothing is easy. From payroll to PTO, from onboarding to benefits, and everything in between. It's a constant juggle of tasks, systems, and spreadsheets. But your HR software? That's the easy part. Meet Bamboo HR. Trusted by over 34,000 companies, it handles all your HR tasks, payroll, benefits, and time tracking, so your team and your company can grow as fast as, well, Bamboo. And Bamboo HR software is actually easy to use. One simple system that pulls all your people data together in one place, so you can ditch scattered systems and wasted hours on tasks that should only take minutes. Because when HR is easier, you can focus on what matters most, your people. HR is hard. Bamboo HR is easy. Ready to simplify all your HR tasks? For a limited time, get a $100 Visa gift card when you complete a free demo at bamboohr.com/gift card. Again, that's bamboohr.com/gift card. Terms and conditions apply.
Geico's motorcycle expertise means I'm covered by people who know bikes like I do. I'm happy as a clam.
Disclaimer, no conclusive scientific research has shown clams can experience happiness.
I just meant that I feel really good about my coverage.
I mean, even if you took the clam out for the best day ever, visiting the zoo, taking a scenic ride, knowing you're insured by specialists, and sharing a strawberry ice cream cone together, the clam would not feel happy, and your strawberry cone would taste sort of clammy.
Ew.
Geico's motorcycle specialists who know bikes like you do assume no liability for clammy ice cream cones. Geico. Expertise for your motorcycle.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Hurricanes tied at 1 after 1. We're joined downstairs by the Bruins' Riley Tufte. Riley, you've kind of been up and down here the last couple of weeks. What's it been like kind of bouncing back and forth here between Providence and Boston?
Yeah, it's been good. You know, I'm just glad I'm getting an opportunity up here and trying to make the most of it. Tonight playing on the second line with two pretty good players. Lindholm and Coyle. So I guess, as you'd say, it's not too far of a drive. It's only an hour from Providence and Boston, but it's always good to be up here and, getting a chance. We have a pretty good team down there, so it's nice to be up here.
As you said, you got some pretty good line mates tonight in Lindholm and Coyle. What's your focus when you're playing alongside guys like that?
Yeah, I think just taking it all in is the best thing for me to do right now. Listen to those guys. Those guys have a lot of games under their belt in the National Hockey League, so just listen to what they have to say and, try to do the best I can for those two out there, give them support, try to be a presence in front of the net and try to be physical. What challenges in particular does Carolina present to you guys? I guess it's just, they're a man-on-man team, so I guess when you're down low, if you beat one man, try to take it to the net and, try to do the best they can. If you can break their man-on-man, you can get some opportunities on man rushes, so that's what we're trying to do.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
All right, that's Riley Tufte joining us, and that interview brought to you by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from Pro Shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Tied at 1 as we go to the second period. Sebastian Aho, a shorthanded, unassisted goal at 6:29 for the Hurricanes. And then Morgan Geeky's 21st of the year from Pavel Zacha and Andrew Peak at 18:55 of that first. As we start the second period, Bruins will go from right to left. Teams are at full strength. Puck in the neutral zone. Rantanen couldn't find it. It was caught up in his skates. Along the near side boards, poked ahead by Charlie Coyle, but chased down and going back behind his own net was Sean Walker. Around the far side circle, Tufte helped to create a turnover. Along the far circle, he's got it to Coyle. Coyle's centering pass was blocked. Tufte picks it up off the wall far side, but then has it chopped away. And the Hurricanes will step forward. Jarvis tried to float one to the right side for Chatfield, who was jumping up. That was denied. Zadorov plays it back out of the zone, but Aho will dump it right back in. Zadorov hammers it around the far boards and out this time. It'll come back in. Hurricanes laid offside. Rantanen headed to the bench for a change anyway. Carlo angles one in front of the Bruins bench and helped into the attack zone by Geeky. Zacha giving chase, but the Hurricanes will come out. Up the right side, a long pass finds Martinooks. Takes in across the Boston line. Deals it off to the far side for Slavin. Down low. They try to work it out in front for Martinook, but the pass by Svechnikov was denied. Thrown back into the far corner. Come near side, Svechnikov and Burns almost collided. Pasternak's off to the races. He's got the breakaway. Moving in, and the shot saved by Kochetkov, and he covers it up.
Yeah, the confusion by Carolina continues here. Right, the Bruins give up kind of the blue line there a little bit as they're making a line change. Carolina throws a puck into that far corner, and then the Bruins get it. They're going to come get the puck out near the blue line, and you've got a couple guys in Svechnikov and Burns who get their signals crossed out by the blue line. Pasternak takes off as he usually does, and they get this puck up to him. That's a nice save by Kochetkov there. He's trying to go under the glove, over the pad there on that side. Pasternak got the shot he wanted, I think, there. I don't think he was trying to go high. I think he was trying to go under the glove.
Look on the near wall. It's played in deep here by Wotherspoon and around behind the Carolina net. It'll be lifted up and out of the zone. Settled down near the Boston line by Blake, but now Wotherspoon's got it on his stick. Matt Patra deals one that banked off the skate of Kotkaniemi and in deep. In the near corner, Lettieri sealed off of it. Backhanded toward the middle by Jackson Blake. Played back over to the near side by Gostisbehere, and up ice they come. Stepping in across the Boston line, Taylor Hall. Down into the corner, around Wotherspoon and around the net. All the way to the far side circle. Dealt it back to the blue line. Here's Burns moving toward the top of the right circle. And down low, and he throws it in front, and it ricochets in. And Carolina's back in front, 2-1.
Yeah, nothing play here. It's actually going to go off a Bruins stick and in. Past helpless Korpisalo on this play. Burns with the puck on the right wing side. He's got nobody in front. He's going to hold on to it. Good composure. He's got his eyes up. And eventually he's going to throw this puck. He's looking for a pass towards the front of the net. He's got a body finally going there. That was Taylor Hall. And I think it's Wotherspoon who gets a stick on it and deflects it short side past Korpisalo. A little bit of bad luck. He's got his stick in the right spot. He's trying to prevent the pass from going across. And I mean, even Hall was pretty well covered going to the net, but Burns will get credit for it.
So for Brent Burns, who turns 40 this coming Sunday, his 5th goal of the year. Puck into the Boston zone here, or into the Carolina zone rather, wrapped around far side by Jost. Racing over toward the far corner was Brown. Now it's Kastelik reaching in behind the net, able to win that puck back. Patrick Brown will wrap it around the far side. Peak will play it back down low here for Beecher. Beecher got it to Kastelik, top of the circle, handed back off. Here's Lohrei stepping in, left circle, a shot. Kachetkov the save, and then he covers it up.
So, question for you, Ryan.
Yeah.
If you've played 1,478 games, you have 260 goals, and 903 points as a defenseman.
Yep.
Is that Hall of Fame worthy?
You had a Norris Trophy in there? I would say so.
No Stanley Cups, but a Norris Trophy. I don't know. It's pretty good. It was asked last year we talked about this, and I would lean towards yes.
Add in if it counts for anything, he's well-known, colorful character around the league and all that. I mean,
popular.
I look at him as a Hall of Famer. I think the longevity certainly enters into it. He's been a really good player in this league for a really long time.
Never any controversy. Never, just colorful, but all in a good way.
Yeah. Comes in behind the net, into the near corner of the Bruins zone. Pasternak will play it off the near wall, trying to find Zacha, denied by Burns. Pasternak has a pass, kick off his skate, loose near the attacking blue line, and he's got it down the right wing circle. Heels off toward the wall. Now try to play it back toward that circle, just out of Geeky's reach. Pasternak able to win it back and got it back through the slot, but Zacha knocked down as he tried to set one up. Wotherspoon will skate back to retrieve here for Boston. Geeky to Pasternak, back in across the Carolina line, stumbles, gets back up, stays with the puck. Off the near wall it comes to Wotherspoon. He'll play it back around behind the net. Slavin trying to hold Lindholm away from it. Now Tufte from the near circle. Pivots away from Slavin. Brings it toward the top of the face-off circle and all the way back toward the blue line. Plays it back down deep. Martinook there for Carolina, and around the boards it goes. And
all by himself at the end of a shift.
Stahl 1-on-2 by himself, just chips it in and heads off on a change. 4 minutes into this second period, Carolina up by a goal once again. Aho with a pass to the far side for Jarvis, just inside the Boston line. Played it toward the top of the far circle, picked off there by Coyle. Out of the zone it goes, but Gostisbehere at center ice regains, and right back into Boston territory it comes. Ian Mitchell will play it toward the near wall. Rantanen kept it alive for Gostisbehere. Tried to get it through the slot toward that far side, but Mitchell denied that. And Coyle will get it back into Carolina territory as Boston goes for a change.
High stick there.
4:31 gone here in the second period and a stoppage.
So the key for the Bruins, right? We talked about this, is after you get scored on, not to have another one scored on you, and then also vice versa. When you score a goal, make sure that you buckle down. You had the benefit of the intermission as well for that. After they scored the late first period goal. But make sure that momentum doesn't pick up and you let a bad break, a bad bounce go, deflate you on that bench.
Kotkaniemi and Hall credited with the assists on that goal by Burns at 2:06. Puck comes in toward the crease, and Kachetkov tried to shoot it up the near side, and it was knocked down by Kepke.
He's active, but he's not always.
Lohrei with a shot that gets blocked into the far.
With his decision-making with the puck.
Just the way he played that. As it comes to the crease, he kind of steps aside and plays it with his stick. Like he's an attacking player as opposed to, keeping his body between the puck and the net. On neutral ice, Peak will dump it in. Chetkov tried to stop that one behind the net and couldn't, but it'll be cleared out by Walker. Fedorov back just inside the Boston line. Pass through center. Tipped in deep by Patrick Brown. He and Gostisbehere come together in the corner, and the puck jumps out of play. You mentioned a couple of times in that first period the choppy nature of that first period. There were 25 face-offs in that first period alone.
Yeah, it has been a thing of beauty, but Bruins just one goal down here. And it's. I mean, I'll give the Bruins full marks for their hustle and their work ethic, but Carolina's way off.
Yeah.
I mean, for what you expect them to be. We don't see them every day.
Right.
You talked about the trend since the beginning of the season. It's just been kind of okay for them.
Just think back as the puck comes back into the Boston zone, how good this team looked in that early portion of the season. We saw them in October, and I mean, it was, as the puck goes up and out of play over the glass.
Short-handed.
Yep, that's going to be a delay of game.
And he's just trying to, this is Castle, he's just trying to do the right thing. He's near the boards. He just tries to go off the glass, under a little bit of pressure there. He's close to the boards. You don't expect this puck to just get airmailed, and it just gets under it. If it goes up on edge, and another no argument call. Yeah.
You think back to that game in October. I mean, what stands out in my mind, halfway through the second period, it was 6-0, and the Bruins had 6 shots on goal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's burned in my memory.
15 total for the game.
Yeah. So face-off in the defensive zone here. Second power play chance of the night for Carolina. 14:20 to go here in the second period. And they're up 2-1. Carlo's going to send one all the way down ice. And Kochetkov will hand it off behind his own net to Gostisbehere. Roslovic going to carry out toward his own blue line. They work it off toward the left wing side. And a centering pass. They had Blake coming on late. Picked off by Zacha. And Zacha headed back the other way with a 2-on-1. Gives over far side to Lindholm. Gets around a sliding defender, but can't get the puck to the front of the net as Kochetkov active with the stick. Roslovic comes back ahead for Carolina. Down into the right wing corner. Centering pass. Tipped by Zadorov. Came free. And Blake with a shot out of the top of his crease to make the save. Korpisalo hangs on.
Yeah, Blake ended up, after the Bruins defended that pretty well, he gets that puck in the high slot. Korpisalo pushing off and getting there on the save. It actually went off of Korpisalo's stick down low. He had an active stick, but the Bruins with a 2-on-1. And you got Gostisbehere sprawling to make sure that pass doesn't get across. Lindholm and Lindholm and Coyle.
Face-off win here by Carolina. Hall along the right circle, pulls back toward the blue line. Now walks his way back down toward the hash marks. Feels down low. Svechnikov trying to jam it in along the near post. Denied, and puck cleared all the way down by Beecher.
They had a similar opportunity in the first period, try to pass there. I like that. Svechnikov just taking it strong to the net. Even if you don't score, there's a rebound. There's a loose puck in front. It might be the right play to attack and then make the pass next time. You try to loosen them up by the defending team saying that, okay, we can't let this guy get to the front. We got to take him away.
40 seconds left in the Carolina power play. Puck around the near boards of the Bruins zone. Hall got it back to Burns at the point. Into the right wing corner for Jarvis. Goes behind the net. Lays it off the far boards back to the far point. Now Burns again, center of the blue line. Gave it up and got it right back. Hall, right circle. Pass down low and right back to him. Hall from the dot. He looked like he was going to shoot, and he, I think, deked his own man Svechnikov, who wasn't expecting the return pass. And puck lost all the way back down ice. 5 to go on the power play. Chatfield going to dump it in from just outside the Boston blue line, and it goes all the way around and back out. Kastelic's out of the box, so each team now 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Martinook gets it back into the Boston zone. Zadorov over to deny Robinson a shot from the far circle.
Yeah, good help. You got to come all the way over that time, as Zadorov does.
Bruins get it into the attack zone with Brown sending it behind the net. Koepke in pursuit. Puck to the side of the net. Kochetkov pokes it back into the corner. Koepke gets bumped by Gostisbehere in behind. Zacha in that far right wing corner sends it back around, but nobody over there. Chatfield will play back into the middle for Gostisbehere. Geekie able to knock it away from him. Force it into the far corner with Pasternak going in after it. Pasternak in that far corner. Try to get it back in behind the net. Instead cleared out. Carolina's going to get whistled for. No, they're not. Thought it was going to be an icing. Instead, Mitchell behind the Bruins net. Right side for Pasternak. Pass through the neutral ice for Geekie. Disrupted by Slavin. Slavin will push it around the far boards, and Jarvis walks out into the neutral zone. Knocked away from him. Wotherspoon's pass well behind Pasternak. That's going to angle in on goal, though, so no icing there against the Bruins. Off the near boards and held in by Laura. In behind the net, Slavin. Around the far side, Wotherspoon waiting for it at the right point. Will play it back in deep. Slavin knocked it off the dasher. Jarvis able to slip away from Geekie. Through the neutral zone they come. And in across the line. Pass across the ice. Rantanen gets it off to Karam, but gave it away to Lorai, and Geekie sends Patra up the left side. From the top of the circle. Reinforcements coming on from the bench, and a shot from that far circle by Coyle, and then chased his own rebound in behind the net. Carolina coming back, trying to get some numbers, and Peak able to make the defensive play on that pass. Coyle turns it back through the neutral zone, just inside the Carolina line, gives it up for Lindholm coming down the right circle, and he lost the puck, goes crashing into the net, dislodges it. That'll bring us to a stoppage with 10:07 to go here in the second period. Bruins trailing 2-1 here on the road on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
When you're in HR, it can feel like nothing is easy. From payroll to PTO, from onboarding to benefits, and everything in between, it's a constant juggle of tasks, systems, and spreadsheets. But your HR software? That's the easy part. Meet Bamboo HR. Trusted by over 34,000 companies, it handles all your HR tasks, payroll, benefits, and time tracking, so your team and your company can grow as fast as, well, Bamboo. And Bamboo HR software is actually easy to use. One simple system that pulls all your people data together in one place, so you can ditch scattered systems and wasted hours on tasks that should only take minutes. Because when HR is easier, you can focus on what matters most, your people. HR is hard. Bamboo HR is easy. Ready to simplify all your HR tasks? For a limited time, get a $100 Visa gift card when you complete a free demo at bamboohr.com/gift card. Again, that's bamboohr.com/gift card. Terms and conditions apply.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Morgan Geekie's first period goal set up by Pavel Zacha and Andrew Peak is our delivery of the game. Delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Got 10:07 to go in the second period. Carolina has a 2-1 lead, thanks to a Brent Burns goal in 2:06 of the second. Face-off will be in the attack zone here for the Bruins. To the left of Pyotr Kochetkov. Battled for possession in the far corner. Pasternak had it poked off his stick out toward Robinson. It'll come back into the Bruin zone. And Andrew Peak just ahead of Robinson will play it back toward the near side. Neutral ice, Zacha gave it up, got it right back from Geekie, gives it back to Geekie, right circle moving in. Kochetkov at the top of his crease makes the save. There is no rebound.
Yeah, Bruins continue to push. I mean, it's been, like I said, Carolina's been off. Bruins continue to push. Kochetkov's made some good saves. He's also been a little bit of a wild card here. You know, he's He's made a couple of tough reads with the puck when he's gone back to play it. He's kept pucks moving. Maybe when he should cover it up and settle things down. I know they want to play a high-tempo, fast-paced type of game, but the Bruins keep countering and coming back at him.
Chetkov, the 25-year-old Russian, in his 4th season here in Carolina. Freddie Anderson dealing with injury again this year. Had a knee surgery. In fact, had just gotten hurt when we were here in October. It ended up missing a few months. So Terry throws one to the net here, and Kochetkov will cradle that for the whistle.
Avidia Bank is teaming up with Boston legend Patrice Bergeron again this season for Assist for Kids to donate $37,000 to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. Get details now at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron.
For Kochetkov, 22-11-3 record in 37 starts this season, 2.49 goals against, and a .903 save percentage. He was the goaltender of record in their win over the Bruins in October. But as you mentioned earlier, Bears, he just faced 15 shots in that one, stopped 13. Here from the near circle is a shot by Lindholm, and he got a piece of that one.
An awkward save that was.
It certainly was. Looked like he was backing into the net as he made the save. Aho will drag it back toward the Boston zone. Then Rantanen had his pocket picked. Cleared out, but couldn't get going through neutral ice. Dumped back in. Lindholm will drop it back here for Zadorov. Zadorov one-hands one out through the middle of the ice. Burns will get it back into Boston territory, but right to Carlo. And pass redirected coming through the neutral zone. Burns. The long feed ahead to Rantanen at the Boston line. Kastelik blocked the centering pass in the near corner. Kastelik knocked down Jarvis. Puck will come back to Burns at the right point. His shot attempt blocked by Beecher. Wotherspoon will lift it up the near side. A little spin on it as it stops dead right in Carolina zone. Here's Wotherspoon to Kastelik for a long shot. Chetkov made the save there. Carolina looking to clear, can't. Brown poked it back in, but now it's out. Aho reaching for a puck just inside the Boston line, but it'll be Wotherspoon's possession. 8:10 to go here in the second. Dump in by Mitchell. Comes hard around the near boards. Pasternak tapped it up into the air. Beecher got it to Zacha right between the circles, and the shot ends up finding the back wall. Lohrei along the near side point. Send it across. They get it back across to Pasternak off the feed from Geekie. And Kochetkov knocks that one away. Pasternak out of the blue line again. Backhands one to Geekie along the near side. Geekie working it along the blue line. Leaves it free here for Lohrei. Stepping to the left circle. Drags it in front and just missed wide to the right.
Well, a really good shift. I don't know if any of that would have counted. I thought it was offsides, but we'll never know, obviously. But still, a really good shift. That move by Lohrei is a good one, right? Drag that puck in tight to your skates and get it to your forehand.
Chatfield's shot gets blocked here.
Pasternak had an opportunity.
Pasternak sneaking up ice, but that one denied.
You got this game. I mean, Bruins are the better team right now, and they're down 2-1.
Yeah. Stahl and on the forecheck here for Carolina.
Now, we criticize them in that Nashville game. They've been a better team so far in this one, especially in this period.
Oh, no doubt in this period. As the puck in that far circle, Roslovic tapped it back toward the point man Slavin. Roslovic's got it back along that far side circle. Deals it back to Stahl out at the blue line, and his shot angled wide of the net. Zacha's got it. He'll bring it through the neutral ice. Deals off to the left side for Vinny with Terry, and he sends it in. Bruins needed a change there with 6.5 minutes to go in the period. Carolina leading it 2-1. Puck got through Patra and out of the zone, and now sent up ice here by Kotkaniemi. Zadorov knocked his man down as they go skidding into the corner. That's Robinson underneath him. Carlo poked it ahead for Letary. Through the neutral ice, the pass off the skate of Patra and deep. Kochetkov comes out right at the edge of the trapezoid to play that puck. They keep it away from Patra. Patra now knocked down in the corner by Kotkaniemi. Trying to get up. Patra had wrestled away from it and has lost his helmet.
He's putting the bucket back on so he can stay in the play.
Right. Puck angles up ice here, out of the reach of Robinson, who was behind the Bruins defense. Wotherspoon got the pass from Korpisalo. Back through the neutral ice they come. Mitchell fired a shot just wide of the glove side.
I mean, even there, look how much room Carolina gives just coming up the ice.
Puck free toward the near circle, just out of Tufte's reach. It'll be backhanded into the Bruins zone by Kotkaniemi. And Mitchell in the near corner, try to poke it away from Jackson Blake. And back through the neutral ice. Elias Lindholm pushed it across the blue line, but Burns right there. Blake couldn't handle a long pass just inside the Boston blue line. Wotherspoon and Blake going behind the net. Around the near side at Chatfield. He'll push it across to Slavin. A one-timer goes up over the net. Aho into the corner against Blake. Or to Blake, rather, against Lorai. He pushed it up through the slot and out of the zone. Tufte. Dump in by Lindholm. Bruins changing with 4:45 to go in the period. Patrick Brown going to get it back in deep. Stopped at the back of the net by Kochetkov. And shot toward the near side. It hit the referee up high, and he's hurting. As the Hurricanes come back the other direction, Slavin going to dump it in. Kelly Sutherland trying to shake that one off. Kastelik takes away a centering feat. And the Bruins will head back the other direction. Brown trying to outrace an icing. Won't be able to get there in time.
It's hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
4:18 left here in the second period.
Zacha may have had the best chance out of anybody there. I mean, I know Pastrnak had a good one-timer, but he missed the net blocker side after the Bruins win a battle along the left wing.
Shots in this period are 10-4 in favor of Boston. 23-13 for the game. Shot at Kelly Sutherland, the referee on TV broadcast. Still wincing.
You know, we criticize them sometimes, and you know, everybody deserves criticism at some point, right? But they have a tough job to do, and some of it's trying to stay out of the way.
A whistle here and a stoppage, so we'll take a break. 4:13 to go here in the second. Carolina leads it 2-1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
Home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Pavel Zacha and Andrew Peak assisted on Morgan Geeky's goal with those feeds. The Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck. Bruins trailing 2-1 with 4:13 to go here in the second period. Face off in the defensive zone. Pulled back toward the end wall. It'll play it off the near side by Carlo and out of the zone courtesy of Riley Tufte. Costas Bear lifted one up over the glass and out of play in the neutral zone. So he tried to get it back into the Boston end.
Is he not going to get a penalty for that? I think it went off the glass.
So face-off will be just outside the Carolina blue line here. Bruins will wrap up this two-game road trip on Saturday in Tampa against the Lightning. Face-off for that one scheduled around 3:15. sent toward the Boston blue line here for Jordan Stahl, and a crossing pass just behind Martinook. Geekie helped it out of the zone. Burns will play it over to the far side. Slavin up for Stahl. Got it into the Boston end again. Peak took a big hit in the far corner from Robinson, but got pushed back out of the zone. Lorai will settle a rolling puck as he comes back toward his line. Pass across the ice, finds Pasternak. Gets around Burns, moving in left circle with a backhand shot. Save made. Saka with his back to the net was able to backhand one on. Now on the end boards, Geekie trying to dig it free against a pair of black sweaters. Here's Pasternak from the left circle. His stick fell apart as he tried to take that shot.
Yeah, snapped him too as he tried to get that shot away. Received the pass, turned to fire it, and stick didn't cooperate.
Lorai will play it around the far wall of the Bruins zone. Jarvis there. Knocked off his stick, though, by Wotherspoon. Lettieri will start up the right wing side. Chips it into the attack zone, goes and gets it. He'll bring it in behind the net. Round toward the near circle, reversed it back toward the back of the net, but Gostisbehere was there. Patra along the near boards, battling with Chatfield. And there will be a penalty coming up here as Aho goes down. Patra arguing. He's headed to the box with 2:34 to go here in the second.
Right at the offensive blue line there for Patra. Sacco and Patra not too happy about it. I'd like to get another look at this. I was a really good player, but we've had a few of these incidents with him over the past. He goes down a little easy, but I have to take another look at it to make sure.
Let's see if we can get you one during the break here. 2:34 to go in the second. It's Carolina 2, Boston 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
When you're in HR, it can feel like nothing is easy. From payroll to PTO, from onboarding to benefits, and everything in between, it's a constant juggle of tasks, systems, and spreadsheets. But your HR software? That's the easy part. Meet Bamboo HR. Trusted by over 34,000 companies, it handles all your HR tasks, payroll, benefits, and time tracking. So your team and your company can grow as fast as, well, Bamboo. And Bamboo HR software is actually easy to use. One simple system that pulls all your people data together in one place so you can ditch scattered systems and wasted hours on tasks that should only take minutes. Because when HR is easier, you can focus on what matters most, your people. HR is hard. Bamboo HR is easy. Ready to simplify all your HR tasks? For a limited time, get a $100 Visa gift card when you complete a free demo at bamboohr.com/gift card. Again, that's bamboohr.com/gift card. Terms and conditions apply.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Carolina will go to the power play for the third time tonight with 2:34 to go here in the second, and they have a 2-1 lead over the Bruins as Matt Patra has whistled for tripping Sebastian Aho.
Yeah, I was getting an explanation from the referee there. God, what a move that Pasternak made on Brent Burns just prior to the shift before there.
Yeah.
Burns thought he was going to go inside, and Pasternak just pulled it back outside. Burns kind of, they call those ankle breakers in basketball.
Undressed him. Gostisbehere comes back off a clear here by the Bruins. They brought into the Boston zone this time by Aho. Centered for Blake, and he shot one up over the net.
Boy, he's had some good looks this period.
Blake will get it back here from Gostisbehere. Works his way down the right wing circle. Aho back toward Gostisbehere at the point. Aho again right circle. Down low. Puck bounced away from Rantman.
Signals crossed. 2-on-1.
Here's Carlo breaking out with Beecher. Carlo up the right side, moving into the circle. Shot was blocked by a sliding Gostisbehere.
So 4 2-on-1s here today. The Bruins have one shot.
Blake works his way back through the neutral ice. Rantman.
And I think they've all been shorthanded.
Yeah, I mean, at least 3 of them have. Because they had 2 on the first Carolina power play of the day. 40 seconds to go on this power play here for the Hurricanes. There's Aho walking down the right wing wall. Back to Burns at the point. Again to Aho with the right circle. Gives it down low. Rantanen out of the corner. Centering pass, and a shot by Jarvis gets blocked. Back to Burns again, and his pass redirected out of play by Peak with 55.9 to go in the period and 22 seconds left on the Patra penalty.
Yeah, I mean, Carolina, you talked about their power play, and it's been inept here for the last little while. And Carlo just wins a battle down low between 2 Hurricanes. Now he just pulls himself out of the pack. It's 2-on-1. Gostisbehere makes a good block. He slides right at the right time, taking away the passing lane. I thought if Carlo gets the puck over to Beecher before they get to Gostisbehere, now you can make him move a little bit and think. And then you got the opportunity to maybe get it back to Carlo or take the shot yourself. But you make the pass ahead of the stick, put it in the hands of the forward most times,
right?
Depending on who it is. If it's Cal McCarr, okay, maybe you keep it there. But
final 5 seconds of the Carolina power play as the puck gets dumped in. Geekie sends behind the net to Pete. Patra's out of the box, and he's waiting up ice for the puck as it comes in his direction, in behind Burns. Patra pulls up along the left wing circle, throws one toward the net, sails up and over. On the far side, it's Kotkaniemi to lift it back into neutral ice. And now Patra from the blue line trying to play it back deep. It goes into the netting out of play.
Yeah, he saw Svechnikov coming there, and he took a couple hits last game, Patra did. And as he turned to move up ice, Svechnikov was coming right at him, and he saw him and made sure the puck got deep, and he wasn't going to take a big hit there. That's part of his learning curve. How to not put yourself in the position to take those hits. So you still want to hold on to pucks and make plays, but having the awareness of what's around you, where's around, where, and who's out there.
And that's been one of the criticisms for him early in this career, is that he takes too many big hits, right?
Yeah, because he has a puck on his stick. He's not a big guy.
Puck will be knocked down at the Boston blue line as the horn sounds to end period number 2. So Carolina gets the only goal on a fortunate bounce for Brent Burns, his 5th of the year. And they take a 2-1 lead into the locker room after 40 minutes. And we'll be back to recap the first 2 periods next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Popeyes has the wings you crave as a meal, for a snack, or to fill the table at your next party. Crunchy, spicy bone-in wings or tender, white meat boneless wings are seasoned to perfection in Louisiana herbs and spices, and then tossed in so many different amazing flavors that you can't tell if one is better than the last. Pick your wing, choose your sauce, and savor all the flavor possibilities. It's the best of both wings, and they're only at Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
At participating U.S. restaurants.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Off the near boards from Geeky, back to Peak. Shot knocked away by Kachetkov. Rebound, score! And it's Geeky from the far circle. Ties the game at 1. Lone goal of the game for the Bruins so far as they trail 2-1 going into the third. That amazing play presented by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston, back here in Raleigh as our second intermission gets underway. And I had to laugh. Rod Brindamore did a interview with about 6 minutes to go in the period and said to the local TV, "We've got nothing. We're turning pucks over every time, and we got to fix that or we're going to be in trouble."
It's obvious. I mean, the Bruins should be ahead in this game. They're down 2-1. Korpisalo had to make a couple good saves there in the first period. Didn't have to do a ton in the second. He had no chance on the goals. An unfortunate bounce because Burns really didn't have nothing. It was well defended by the Bruins, and he just throws the puck towards the front. He's looking for Taylor Hall, there's no passing lane there for him. And it just deflects off the stick of Parker Wotherspoon. You want to have sticks in good position. That stick was in good position. It goes off his stick and goes into the back of the net, unfortunately for the Bruins. But they got to be able to solve Kachetkov, and he was an adventure right now. I mean, he's made some good saves in this game, no doubt. But, Zacha missed the net right from the slot area. That's a tough one. That's a great chance for them. The Bruins have more the legs are there for them. The speed has been there for them. They've caused a lot of problems for Carolina, who, by the way, are playing with 5 defensemen since the very first shift of the game, or sort of early in the first period, when Stillman took a skate to the face, a skate of John Beecher to the face, and I don't think he's returned to this game.
In fact, they announced he will not return for precautionary reasons.
Yeah. So, but Carolina's had nothing. They've had nothing from the drop of the puck. A few good shifts in the second. The Bruin power play is what got them in trouble because they get the shorthanded goal for Carolina. But the penalty killing, I think if you want to say from the Bruins standpoint, you've taken care of the puck pretty well. I know that the goal was scored, off of a turnover. It was a good play by Aho, though. But from the Bruins standpoint, we talked about these odd man rushes that you get, and you need more out of them. You've had 4 clear-cut 2-on-1s, not like 2-on-1 with a guy back-checking and maybe it's a 2-on-2. There's been 4 clear-cut 2-on-1s in this game, and the Bruins have one shot, and it was from Peak from the left wing side, shorthanded. I think all 4 of them might have come shorthanded. That's how bad the Carolina power play has been, for the most part. So both teams a little out of sync with the man advantage, but the Bruins unable to take advantage of their opportunity when you got the odd man rush, and that's been an issue for them here for a while. It goes back several games now. You can go back a lot of the year, but for several games now. Pastrnak had a breakaway too. That was a good save by Kachetkov. Yeah. But when you get 2-on-1s, you want to get more out of them. You need to get more out of them than the Bruins have.
And you mentioned some of the the chances they have. Pastrnak has had at least a couple of good chances. Had another one where his stick broke in half as he was in a good spot. But Kachetkov's made a couple of really nice saves against him tonight.
He had a good one-timer from the left wing circle. That was off that really good shift where I wasn't sure if it was kept in at the point or not, but we'll never find out, right? But and it was Lohrei keeping it in, according to the linesman, and they got a couple good looks off of it. Lohrei had one of them. Pastrnak had another. And it came right after Zacha had his chance from the high slot. So that was a really good shift for the Bruins. They just couldn't finish. And Kachetkov's, like I said, he's been an adventure. He goes out to play the puck. He's made some questionable decisions with the puck. And even a couple of saves he's made have been really awkward saves. That one save he made in the second period, very awkward, just keeping it out. That was off a face-off win and a face-off play in the offensive zone by the Bruins. But now the Bruins have to find a way. You're still trailing this game 2-1 for the good things that you've done and for how poor, according to Coach Rod Brindamore, his team has played through the first couple of periods. You still trail them 2-1, and now you've got to find a way. And look, depleted lineup. You've got 4 new faces in the lineup. I know guys have been here before, but 4 new guys that were just called up and are all in the lineup here today, trying to provide some spark, some kind of spark. And, now it's up to the Bruins to find a way to get something beyond, past this guy. And, Geekie has had a couple good looks. He has the 1 goal for the Bruins. But even the goal, or even the chance by the Bruins in the first period, we talk about Kochetkov being a little bit of an adventure here. The puck he thought he had, it got through him. That was Aho who saved a goal, because Geekie would have gotten to that puck first, and Aho was able to prevent him from getting there and allow Kochetkov to reach back and cover it up.
Yeah, so it's a 2-1 Carolina lead at the end of 2 periods. Sebastian Aho's shorthanded goal is 24th goal of the season, the third of which has come shorthanded. Came at 6:29 of the first period. Morgan Geekie got the Bruins on the board with 1:05 to go in that first period. His 21st from Zacha and Peak. And then the go-ahead goal right now, Brent Burns, his 5th of the season from Kotkaniemi and Taylor Hall at 2:06 of the second period is the difference. Neither team has scored on the power play tonight. Carolina 0 for 3, the Bruins 0 for 2, and allowed that shorthanded goal in the first period. Time now for our Music of the Game, brought to you by Live Nation.
You got that power over me.
Dermot Kennedy presents Mishnach, a festival of Irish music and culture at TD Garden, March 19th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll get Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Artificial intelligence, AI, it's all you hear about. But how far away is it? And what are the potential threats from AI that could totally upend the way Americans live their lives? What will it do to the job market? What will the unemployment rate be? What does it mean for data privacy or cybersecurity? How about the banking system or national security? The ECB has already warned about a bubble in AI stocks. Could this spread to other sectors? If you have $50,000 or more saved for retirement, this may not be the time to wait and find out. Learn how you could help protect your life savings using precious metals like gold and silver. Right now, you can get a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. On top of that, you could get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver, but only while supplies last. Call 855-GOLD-IRA now. That's 855-GOLD-IRA. One more time, 855-GOLD-IRA.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. Smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went...
I'm so excited.
Yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
The home of the bees, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
NHL scoreboard after 2 periods. Right now, Utah and Detroit tied at 2. High-scoring game, Sabres and Lightning tied at 5. It's the Panthers 2, Blue Jackets nothing. And the Jets, they have a 4-0 lead over the Flyers. That's just underway in the third period. Also after 1 period, Seattle and Nashville are tied at 1. And the Flames, they have a 1-0 lead over the Stars. 2 other games tonight. Edmonton, they host Montreal. And the nightcap, Colorado and the San Jose Sharks. The Celtics currently in action right now at home. They lead Philadelphia 68-48. Third quarter, 9 minutes to go in that game. And some NFL news today. Plenty of players being released. Christian Kirk traded to the Texans, while the Jaguars have released Evan Ingram.
The Boston Bruins are bringing you the best snow day ever. Tune in Tuesday, March 11th, as the Bruins and Panthers on-ice action is transformed into an animation using NHL Edge data. Watch the same action happening on the ice, but in a whole new way for a one-of-a-kind game day view experience. Learn more at bostonbruins.com/best snow day ever. The third period is next. I'm Joe Murray here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Ready to prioritize yourself in the new year? Your skin is a great place to start. Dime Beauty, founded by a master esthetician, is more than just a skincare company. With 4 skin-conscious categories, skincare, beauty, body care, and fragrance, Dime offers simple, spa-worthy products that will help you enter 2025 with confidence. Whether you're revitalizing your regimen with nourishing products or building one from scratch, Dime makes it easy. The Work System, our all-in-one best-selling routine, includes a cleanser of your choice, toner, serums, and moisturizers, taking the guesswork out of skincare for your healthiest, happiest skin yet. Dime's commitment to clean ingredients and sustainable packaging ensures every product is as gentle on your skin as it is on the planet. With thousands of glowing 5-star reviews and a loyal community, the results speak for themselves. Revive your skin and give yourself the routine refresh you deserve by visiting dimebeautyco.com. That's dimebeautyco.com. Your best skin awaits.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
When you're in HR, it can feel like nothing is easy. From payroll to PTO, from onboarding to benefits, and everything in between, it's a constant juggle of tasks, systems, and spreadsheets. But your HR software? That's the easy part. Meet Bamboo HR. Trusted by over 34,000 companies, it handles all your HR tasks, payroll, benefits, and time tracking, so your team and your company can grow as fast as, well, Bamboo! And Bamboo HR software is actually easy to use. One simple system that pulls all your people data together in one place, so you can ditch scattered systems and wasted hours on tasks that should only take minutes. Because when HR is easier, you can focus on what matters most, your people. HR is hard. Bamboo HR is easy. Ready to simplify all your HR tasks? For a limited time, get a $100 Visa gift card when you complete a free demo at bamboohr.com/gift card. Again, that's bamboohr.com/gift card. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Station. This is a Black and Gold flashback.
I never thought I would ever leave Boston, but at that time, I think I really needed to challenge myself and have another run in the playoffs and see, at the age of 38, if I had anything left in the tank. And it didn't take very long to know that Colorado was going to be a very special and fun place to play.
Tonight's Black and Gold flashback takes us back to 25 years ago today. The trade of Ray Bourque to the Colorado Avalanche. Bourque in his 21st season with the Bruins, which had been the longest current tenure with one team of any athlete in any of the 4 major sports leagues, was shipped off to the Colorado Avalanche, and a little over a year later, he, of course, was hoisting the Stanley Cup as a member of the Avalanche before he retired. Bruins have a 2-1 lead over the Carolina Hurricanes as we go to the third period. They've outshot the Hurricanes 23-13 in the first 40 minutes of this one.
Outshot, outchanced. You look down at the turnovers, just to echo what Rod Brindamore was saying there late in the second period. His team, 14 giveaways here through 2 periods. Sometimes those stats aren't always accurate. I mean, they've given the puck away a bunch. And it's one of the reasons why their defense are so far back as well. Because when you turn the puck over those areas, you can't get all the way up to take away some of that time and space. Now you're backing off. And Bruins, they kept coming at them in that second period. They just couldn't dent one, behind Kochetkov.
So the Bruins will go from left to right here in the third as Lindholm wins the faceoff to get it started, and Carlo will dump it in. Kochetkov went behind the net. Puck went bouncing past it. Hurricanes will get it out with Gostisbehere coming to the red line and dumping it down the near wall all the way into the far corner. Hit along the far side on Jarvis by Zadorov, and a chance in front. The second one came through after Korpisalo got a piece of the first one. Rantanen fired it back through the slot. Boyle will send it up the right wing boards here, and he'll chase against Walker, who wraps it up the far side and out. Peak at his own blue line. Pass in the direction of Tufte, tipped toward the attacking blue line, but Gostisbehere will send right back toward the Boston end. 45 seconds into this third period. Behind the net, Martinook took away one, but lost it back. Zacha to Peak, and into the far corner now to Mason Loron. Neutralize the pass, comes to Pasternak, trying to get it through a couple of black jerseys and does to Zacha. Zacha wheels it back in deep. Chetkov, again, active out of the net. Get back there after that puck. Peak, a drive blocked by Slavin. Came to Pasternak. A chance in front, score! And it's Geekie again. Ties the game at 2.
Just sloppy inside their own zone for Carolina, and the Bruins attacking right. Peak. Good pinch down the right wing boards. Going to get the shot away. It's actually going to get blocked, but the Bruins are going to get possession of this puck and go to work. Pasternak eventually tries to wrap this puck. We talked about bringing the puck strong to the front of the net, right? He tries to wrap the puck, and it's going to be Geekie who gets to it. The shot was blocked off the stick of Peak. Pasternak gets to it, right wing side, deep in the corner. He's going to attack the net on his backhand right away on Kochetkov. Kochetkov keeps the initial puck out, but there's Geekie on the doorstep for the rebound.
So 22nd of the year for Geekie. Now Carolina trying to answer right back, but loses the puck coming into the zone. They'll try again as they get Stahl down the left wing side this time against Zacha in the near corner. Off the near wall, it'll come back Slavin. There's a stick down in the Bruin zone. Here's a shot, and a save made by Korpisalo. He hangs on to it. So for Geekie, 2 goals tonight and 3 in the last 2 games for him. That's now 13 goals and 17 points in his last 20 games.
Yeah, he went through a couple games there, probably 4 games where he kind of fought the puck. And, even in Pittsburgh and Minnesota, and there were, he fought it a little bit.
Yep.
And then he got that goal last game. It was his only shot. Now 2 more today, so it's amazing how quickly it can change one way or another.
Puck battled for along the near side of the Bruins zone. Push up ice here by Beecher. Patrick Brown giving chase. Wiping out in pursuit of the puck was Walker, and that allowed the Bruins a chance as they get it in front, but Kachetkov able to take one away from Kastelik.
Well, that was Brown in pursuit of Walker. Walker blows a tire, loses his balance behind the net, and Brown picks up this loose puck, and he's going to center it for Kastelik, who's going to the net, and Kastelik's wide open. That's a good save by Kachetkov right there. Bails out his defenseman.
2:05 into this third period. The Bruins have tied it and nearly grabbed the lead there. Face-off win by the Hurricanes. Chatfield will play it into the neutral ice, and a bouncing puck slotted ahead by Ian Mitchell, but turned back toward the Boston zone by Roslovic. Outlet by Wotherspoon got blocked. Robinson drags it back down the left wing wall, pivots along the hash marks, back to Gostisbehere. He tried to shoot it deep off of Mitchell's leg. Gostisbehere will hold in at the point, around the far boards, and Robinson gives back to Chatfield. In deep it comes. Roslovic tapped it along for Jost coming around the net. Gostisbehere at the left point. Steps away from Lettieri. Jost left circle and pass to the far side, and Robinson.
Oh, I think that was Wotherspoon that just got a piece of it. Open back door.
Mitchell angles it in behind the net. Wotherspoon sends it around the far boards. Tufte had just jumped on, and he plays it along for Elias Lindholm. His shot around Walker. Kachetkov the save. Hurricanes clear the puck. Carlo will try to get it right back in, and Coyle will chase into the far corner. Coyle fighting his way through some traffic. Puck back toward the blue line, and now toward the high slot, but kept away from Elias Lindholm. He pursued back into the neutral ice, able to win it back here for the Bruins. And now turn back over, and Rantanen will get it back into the Boston zone. Jarvis off the pass to the far side, hit by Zadorov. Rantanen out of the left wing corner against Carlo. Won't give him any space. Coyle goes behind the net. Zadorov helps the puck over toward Tufte. Jumps up into the air against Slavin. And the puck loose in front of the Bruins bench. Kicked ahead by Tufte, but the Hurricanes will control. Tie game as we approach 4 minutes into this third period. Stahl pushed it into the far corner of the Bruins zone. It hits a broken stick. Zacha now dealing with Stahl's forecheck on the far side circle. One back here for Slavin from the near point. His shot knocked aside by Korpisalo.
Easy look there for Korpisalo. Make sure he directs the rebound in the corner. Gets a good look at that wrist shot.
Four-eye pass up the left side. Pastrnak got shoved to the boards by Rantanen as he was headed for a change. Zacha threw one toward the net. Kachetkov made it sure to bat it into the corner as well. Pastrnak trying to swivel it in front for Zacha was blocked. Now Zacha with his back to the side of the net against Slavin. Trying to get it back toward the point. Mitchell was waiting, but taken away.
It's offside.
Offside.
That's the puck carrier's. That's the puck carrier's fault right there. That's Svechnikov's fault. He made a move, a quick move right at the blue line. And he didn't need to make it. Right at the blue line. He brings it back. I think it would have been offside anyhow. So maybe not all on him, but no, it was. Just reach over the blue line. It ends up being Martinook offside. Martinook wants to be the center man drive. It's a clear-cut 3-on-2. Svechnikov coming down the right wing. I think Martinook can hold up just a half second, but Svechnikov doesn't have to make that move right at the blue line. Get over the blue line before you make that quick move.
Puck directed deep into Boston territory here by Robinson.
In fact, you'll see guys reach to get to the blue line. And then, you know, if they have all that time and space like he did, to make sure it's not offside, and then you can set the play up.
And a lot of errors by the Hurricanes tonight in this 2-2 game. Puck thrown in toward Korpisalo. He gloves it, drops it back into play. He was waiting to try to get it to Wotherspoon, and then got into a little trouble. Puck into the near corner. And home back to help out.
A play like that, that'll drive Rod Brindamore crazy. The details. You want to talk about details, and if you're off on details, that's a great example.
The team with coming into the night 20 games to go before the playoffs, and trying to get their game into the right spot. during that time as Kotkaniemi dumps one across the ice into the far corner. Zadorov against Chatfield, who slipped and fell. Puck comes through the slot. Charlie Coyle able to fight off his man and bring it back through the neutral zone. Slips it through Gostisbehere, but Jackson Blake gets back to make the play in the corner. Gostisbehere fires across the ice out into the neutral zone. Tufte a takeaway. Fed it into the middle for Coyle, but knocked away, and Kotkaniemi along the near boards. It turned over in the neutral ice. Here's Zacha trying to get it to Geekie right side, and that one broken up. Kotkaniemi will send it back toward that far side. They bring it out into the neutral ice and across the Boston line here for Taylor Hall. His shot blocked off of Pete. On the end wall, Zacha wheels it toward the far side, and Lohrei will catch up to it. Brings it out into the neutral ice with a cross ice pass to Geekie. Hit by Walker. Pushed it back out of the Carolina zone. 13:08 to go here in the third. 2-2 score. Geekie's got both goals for the Bruins tonight. Aho trying to pass a long one ahead for Rantanen. Missed him, and that's an icing against Carolina.
And Wellpoint is proud to honor our hometown heroes all season long. This week they're honoring Lieutenant Sandy Picard from the Lawrence Police Department and her therapy dog, Ollie, who brings smiles to those who need it most. To nominate someone making a difference in your community, visit 985thesportshub.com/heroes today.
Pasternak and Peak the assists on Geekie's second goal at 1:14 of the third. Give Pasta now 36 points in 20 games, which has got points in 19 out of those 20, including that 17-game point streak. As Lettieri throws one at the net from a wide angle, forcing Kochetkov to make the save.
Peak with a couple helpers here today.
Yeah, he's assisted on both. 15 points on the season for him. Snaps a 9-game pointless streak. Puck rattled around behind Kochetkov, around to the far side. Aho banks it off the wall and out into neutral ice. Chatfield's pass to the left side here for Jarvis, throwing one back through the slot into the far corner. Aho quickly gets it out in front for Rantanen, but denied there by Lettieri. At the back of the net, poke check free back toward the point. It'll come toward Burns from the blue line. Shot, save made, rebound, sent out in front. A chance for Rantanen, denied.
Maybe his best save of the game for Korpisalo.
Burns with a drive off the end of Korpisalo's glove. Aho knocked down with a stiff check in the far circle by Lettieri, who clears it.
Got to help out. Weak side forward has to help out in that lower slot area. We saw it earlier in the game with Coyle.
Martina coming down the right wing side, ridden into the corner by Lohrei. Puck free around the near boards. And played up ice by Patrick Brown. Beecher will keep it moving. Kastelik chasing Walker in deep. Got him off balance. Kastelik able to tap it back toward the near side, but Svechnikov is there. Now toward the blue line. Bruins force a turnover, but can't get it moving into the zone. Kastelik will back it up here for Pete. Now Pasternak inside of his own zone with 11:15 to go.
A skate blade sitting in the neutral zone there?
Yeah, I think so. Piece of debris just outside the blue line. Boyle blows his tire going around behind the Carolina
Part
net.
of a stick, or if it's part of a skate blade? So it might be part of the top part of a stick.
Slavin trying to get it around the boards. It kicks back to him, and Hall had a chance at a one-timer, but misfired. Lindholm deals it up ice for Pasternak. From the left circle, a shot. Kochetkov with a stick save. Pasternak hits the outside of the net out of the far corner.
Yeah, Burns had him angled off, so Pasternak had to settle for the shot from that left wing side.
Brought back through neutral ice by Jackson Blake. Tried to stick handle into the Boston zone and left the puck behind. Koepke will bring back ahead here for Boston against Walker. He goes behind the net. Koepke goes down hard into the far corner. Walker steers the puck to Aho, and the Hurricanes coming with numbers. Here's Hall, left circle, a shot. Save made off the pad.
Four-man rush. The Bruins could have numbers going the other way here.
Geekie brings back through neutral ice. Stops just inside the blue line. Pass was just behind Wotherspoon. Dealt around behind the net. Comes back toward Geekie, trying to get it to Koepke, but that one got cut off. And Hall coming out of his own zone, disrupted by Geekie, turned over. From the red line, Peak dumps it back in. Kochetkov got a piece of it as it went in behind the net, and he falls down trying to get back to the crease.
Guys going down everywhere in the zone here for Carolina's defensive zone.
Beecher deals one to Kastelik. Left side for Brown. Banks it down into the left wing corner. Kastelik first to it. Gostisbehere pokes it toward the far board. Beecher trying to center. Instead, it came back to Laura. Kastelik hands back to Beecher. Left circle shot blocked. Near side, it's Peak. Down to the hash marks to play. Gives back to Beecher as he carries it down toward the bottom of the circle. Kicks it toward the side of the net. Brown will keep it moving around toward the far side. And Laura had to back off of the blue line. And now Carolina trying to get it going through neutral ice, but instead Patrick Brown going to get it back into Hurricane zone. But
Unfortunate it's an icing. He has a good back check there in the neutral zone, is able to take that puck away. Man's hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Off the icing, a defensive zone face-off. Officials, as the Bruins had gone for a change, trying to get the right personnel out there. With 9:07 to go in a 2-2 game. Face-off to the left of Jonas Korpisalo. He stopped 17 out of 19 so far. Chetkov at the other end, 27 out of 29. Long wait for the drop of the puck. Bruins will control it off the draw. Lorai angling up the near boards and into the Carolina zone. Not far enough for an icing, so Boston will get some changes on here. And now we get a whistle, and the puck go into the door of the Bruins bench. So we'll step aside here with 8:57 to go. It's a 2-2 game here in Carolina on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CRV at your local Honda dealer.
The Lumineers. The Automatic World Tour. Due to popular demand, second show added July 17th at Fenway Park. With special guests, Young the Giant and Hippocampus. Tickets on sale now at redsox.com/The Lumineers. The Lumineers. Pick up their new album, Automatic, out now.
Ben hadn't had a decent night's sleep in a month. So, during one of his restless nights, he booked a package trip abroad on Expedia. When he arrived at his beachside hotel, he discovered a miraculous bed slung between two trees and fell into the best sleep of his life. You were made to be rechargeable. We were made to package flights and hotels and hammocks for less. Expedia, made to travel.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
As the Bruins are bringing you the best snow day ever. Tune in Tuesday, March 11th, as the Bruins and Panthers on-ice action is transformed into animation using NHL Edge data. Watch the same action that's happening on the ice, but in a whole new way for a one-of-a-kind game day viewing experience. Learn more at bostonbruins.com/best snow day ever. 8:57 to go in regulation in a tie game here in Carolina. Thanks to Morgan Geeky's goal at 1:14 of this third period. His second of the game. Face off that center ice here. With Zaka beating Stahl on the draw. Geeky will help it into the Bruins zone. And that two-goal stick just saw its night come to an end. Got cracked right in half. Will be brought around toward the near side and sent ahead by Slavin. It's into the attack zone by Svechnikov. Cleared right back out by Zadorov on the far side. Pasternak will pass up the middle. Bounced off of Geeky's skate. Slavin's got it. Gave it up and got it right back from Svechnikov in his own zone. Slavin going to carry up the near side, trying to get around Lindholm. The puck came free to Andrew Peak. Some of the Bruins bench along the far side. Tufte able to pull it out of the pile. Sends one across ice. Here's Lindholm with some space. Moving in right circle. A shot just up over the net. Lorai sends one across to Tufte from the right circle, and that one off the back left.
Yeah, may have gotten partially blocked by Burns, but two really good scoring chances for the Bruins. Tufte on one and Lindholm on another on that right wing side.
Carolina, a takeaway in the attack zone for Rantanen, and his shot up off the glass.
Unfortunately, Lorai, they're just turning the puck over, and Rantanen can't buy one right now.
There's a 3-on-2. Patra to Lettieri, and that one partially blocked as well. On the far side, Jarvis will get it back into the neutral ice. Tufte going on to the Bruins bench. The puck coming his direction. Now it'll come back into Boston territory. Aho gets knocked down between Mitchell and Lettieri. Kepke will bank one off the near boards around Gostisbehere. Patra bearing down on Chatfield, who spins it around the far boards. Pass intended for Hall coming through the neutral ice, never got to him, and back into Carolina territory it comes. Lettieri in on the forecheck. Kotkaniemi, outlet pass all the way across ice. Hall on his horse, knocked down by Zadorov coming down the right wing. Off the near boards, and Patrick Brown deals into the middle for Kastelik. Backhands it deep. Kastelik into the far corner.
Hall still complaining coming up the ice that maybe he took a high stick. He's trying to show the referee he's bleeding. Zadorov took him down in the corner.
Puck volleyed through neutral ice over his head. Zadorov.
He's still yelling at the referee.
Kotkaniemi on the far boards. Heavy hit by Zadorov. Frees the puck up to Brown. Kastelik through the neutral zone. Will float one in. A short hopper in on Kochetkov, who steered it off toward the far side in Slavin. Bruins have it back as it comes into their zone with 6:13 to play. Pastrnak near the red line. Pass toward Geekie was directed up into the air, trying to knock it down, and Zaka will play it back. Lohrei under pressure coming out across his own blue line. Pastrnak comes to help out there. Off the near wall, Geekie taps it ahead. Kochetkov from in front of the net, stick handled in front of the net. Ooh from the crowd as Zaka nearly had a chance at it. And then Pastrnak on that far circle, nearly a chance as well. Here's Mitchell to the right circle for Geekie. Geekie down low against Slavin. Pushes it down along the end boards to Zaka. In front, Pasternak's shot was blocked, and then a second effort covered up by Kochetkov. As Geekie comes over and gives Walker a bump, and players gather in the corner.
Walker had knocked down Pastrnak just as he was trying to get that little shot away.
Officials jump in the middle of that fray. So we got 5:31 to go here in the third period of a tie game here in Raleigh. We'll be back on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Ben hadn't had a decent night's sleep in a month. So, during one of his restless nights, he booked a package trip abroad on Expedia. When he arrived at his beachside hotel, he discovered a miraculous bed slung between two trees and fell into the best sleep of his life. You were made to be rechargeable. We were made to package flights and hotels and hammocks for less. Expedia, made to travel.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
5:31 left here in the third period. Bruins and Hurricanes are tied at 2. Bruins 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Power play brought to you by Bosch Power Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Power Tools are built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. Got a face-off in the attack zone here coming out of the timeout. Geekie, Pastrnak, and Zaka, joined by Lohrei and Peak. Face-off win, though, by Stahl, and the Hurricanes will start out. They're moving from right to left. Stahl dumps it in, partially blocked. Peak goes and gets it in front of the Bruins net. Sends a pass up ice to Zaka, lifted in from the center circle into the right wing corner, and he gets in behind the defense to get there first. Around to the far circle, sends one across ice behind Pasternak. Peak laid into a shot from the right circle.
See, that time Kochetkov, you remember the goal that Geekie scored off the rebound shot from Peak, right? It went out to that other side. That time he makes the save, and it comes back out to the same side, away from any danger.
Puck lifted into the Boston attack zone here, and Tufte goes in behind the net along with Lindholm to try to keep that alive, but instead it'll be Jarvis who comes away with it. Jarvis skating through center ice. Left side for Aho. His pass back toward the blue line, picked off by Lindholm.
Looking for run. They're off. Had a couple looks, but expect it to be better.
Well, I think that fans in Carolina expected it to be better as well after that trade. Question is whether it's Rantanen's last night here in Raleigh or not. Laid offside here against Carolina. They go for a change. We got 4:10 to go. Bruins in their own zone with the puck. Zadorov leads it up the left wing side. Cross corner dump in, comes to the near corner, and Kastelik able to get there first. Sends one out through the slot, but taken back away by Blake. And he'll send a pass through the neutral ice. Thrown to the net by Chatfield. Stick to side toward the near side wall. Blake battling for it, but instead lifted up into the air by Brown. Kept in zone by Walker to the far circle, and Wotherspoon will play it back through the neutral ice, and that one actually goes out into the bench. So we'll step aside with 3:37 to go in regulation. 2-2 is our score here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can shop during this ad by saying, Alexa, add to cart. You are bountiful. Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails fruit pectin gummies with collagen and biotin, plus antioxidant CNE, help you shine from the inside out. To add Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails gummies with collagen and biotin to your cart, just say, Alexa, add to cart. That's Alexa, add to cart.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
When you're in HR, it can feel like nothing is easy. From payroll to PTO, from onboarding to benefits, and everything in between. It's a constant juggle of tasks, systems, and spreadsheets. But your HR software? That's the easy part. Meet Bamboo HR. Trusted by over 34,000 companies, it handles all your HR tasks, payroll, benefits, and time tracking, so your team and your company can grow as fast as, well, Bamboo. And Bamboo HR software is actually easy to use. One simple system that pulls all your people data together in one place, so you can ditch scattered systems and wasted hours on tasks that should only take minutes. Because when HR is easier, you can focus on what matters most, your people. HR is hard. Bamboo HR is easy. Ready to simplify all your HR tasks? For a limited time, get a $100 Visa gift card when you complete a free demo at bamboohr.com/gift card. Again, that's bamboohr.com/gift card. Terms and conditions apply.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
3:37 to go here in regulation. Bruins and the Hurricanes are tied at 2. Bruins have not led in this one. Morgan Geekie's got both of their goals, each one erasing a 1-goal deficit. Face off in the defensive zone, down to our left. Long wait for the drop, and too long. Roslovic has to leave. Taylor Hall gets in there instead, and Beecher wins the face-off. Lifted up and out of the zone by Zadorov, but that's going to be an icing.
It's Bruins Hockey is brought to you by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions.
teams have one more meeting this year on April the 5th at TD Garden. Only visit to Boston for Carolina. Aho wins the face-off from Kastelik. Slavin's shot got blocked in traffic in front. Zadorov steers it for Beecher. He'll chip it in from the red line and go in after it. Chatfield there first. Laid out to Rantman. Rink wide pass. Carried in across the Boston line by Aho. Moving high slot. Shot goes up over the net. Off the near boards. Outlet comes to Pasternak. Pasternak gathers it in across the Carolina line. Turns out of the blue line looking to deal toward the slot. Take it away. And Jarvis coming through the neutral ice. Stops short against Pasternak. Able to get around him. Down the left wing circle he comes. Around the boards, Rantman pokes it toward the far wall for Burns, who kicked it to try to keep it in and gave it away, but Geekie just directed it out. Burns now plays it up the right side. Lorai able to deny entry. Zaka, one-touch pass on to Peak and dumps it in around behind Kochetkov. Far corner. Stahl comes away with the puck. Moves into the middle here for Gostisbehere. His pass picked off at center ice by Coyle, and back into the Carolina zone it goes with 2:20 left. Burns in the far corner. Challenged by both Lindholm and Tufte. Tufte kicked it free. It'll come back toward Karlov. Falls down as he tried to put too much on it.
Well, that's a tough play because he's a righty, and that puck's coming out to him to the right point on the left side. He's going to try to one-time it.
Now into the Boston zone. Martinook backhanded one through the slot. Stahl was coming down that right circle.
Coyle got back. Disrupted it.
Shot by Walker. Blocked out of the zone off of Lindholm. Played back in. Delayed offside here against Carolina. They go for a change with 1:48 to go in a tie game. Zadorov in the far corner of the Bruins zone. Pass all the way out towards center ice for Geekie. He will play it off the near boards into the Carolina end, but Slavin pushes it right back the other way. Roslovic along the left wing circle. Gives to Blake, moving toward the slot. Blake comes back to his backhand. Save made by Korpisalo. Blake still on the puck in that far corner. Now Hall in deep. Roslovic out in front, and a chance for Blake coming right down the middle. Blake's got it back again along the left circle. High slot. Hall shot. Score! And with 1:15 to go, Carolina's got the lead again. It's 3-2.
Well, not a great shift by the Bruins, but again, some puck luck here for Carolina. This puck goes off of Lorai and in. It's going wide. It's going wide to the glove hand side of Korpisalo. And Taylor Hall's going to get credit for it, but it goes off the body of Lorai and in. But Blake had 3 good chances. And eventually, they're going to track down the puck again and rotate it into the slot to Taylor Hall, who's open in that slot area. And then the wrist shot is going wide. And it hits Lorai and goes in. Are the Bruins challenging it?
Looks like they might be challenging for offside.
Boston's challenging the play to see if the play was offside prior to the goal.
So with a minute 15 left.
They've been perfect. The video coaches for the Bruins have been perfect this year. Roslovic accepts the pass out at the far blue line. The angle we just saw, it's hard to tell, but the linesman wasn't quite to the blue line yet. Roslovic has to turn his back to the blue line, to the Bruins zone. The pass is coming from deep inside his own zone. He's got to wait on it. And as he gets it, he's backing into the Bruins zone. If he has possession, it's okay. But if the puck doesn't get there and his feet are already over the line, then that's offside. I think the fans are getting a look at it now. I think Carolina knows it's going to be offside.
After coach's challenge for offside, it's determined number 96 Carolina was offside at the 1:37 mark. Therefore, we have no goal.
So we're still tied, and they'll put some time back on the clock. 1:37 to go in a 2-2 game. Taylor Hall's goal wiped off the board. Roslovic just couldn't keep his skates on side long enough for that puck to get to him.
Yeah, remember, the puck has to be all the way over the line.
Right.
Before you can enter the zone.
So The officials.
And when it's going out of the zone, it has to get all the way to the outside of the blue line, towards center ice, for it to be considered out of the zone.
The officials get set up for a face-off in the Bruins attack zone now with 1:37 left. 2-2 score. Geekie wins the draw. Zacha tried to get it back to Zadorov, but the puck jumped on him. Jumped back in from the red line. Comes around the near side. Stahl will back it up. Up the far wall and out. And Carlo will skate back to retrieve in the Boston zone. 1:20 to go. Zacha starts it out. Zadorov coming through neutral ice. Gets around one man. Carries in across the line. Plays it down toward the end boards. Chetkov stays put. Comes around the near side. Stahl couldn't get it clear past Carlo. And he threw it to the net. Tipped in on goal by Zacha. But was saved by Chetkov. He hangs on.
It had just, it didn't have quite enough steam there to get the redirect he wanted. It was a good shot. It was the right shot by Carlo. It's low. He's got an angle towards the front of the net, and Zacha does get a good tip on it. But Kochetkov able to react because he had a good look. There wasn't a secondary person in front of him, so he's able to see where that puck's going and track it extremely well. That's a nice save by him.
31 saves for Kochetkov now tonight with 1:05 to go in a tie game. Lindholm wins it. Back to Lohrei for a shot. Kochetkov got a blocker on that. Riley Tufte along the far circle. Gets it off the boards. Back to Lohrei at the point. His pass toward the far circle is taken away from Coyle. And the Hurricanes get it out. Dumped in on goal. Korpisalo plays it away for Pete with 45 seconds left in regulation. Coyle taps it through Slavin. Tufte racing to it in the Carolina zone. Gets ridden in the boards by Walker. Trying to stay with it. Lindholm gets involved as Walker goes down. Now Jarvis pushed it out into the neutral zone, but Rantanen couldn't catch up with it. At the Boston blue line, Tufte going to back it up to Lindholm. 22 seconds left. And a giveaway right in front of the net. They score! Zadorov's stick broke. And Seth Jarvis takes advantage. Carolina has the lead with 18.6 to go.
I can't believe what just happened. You talk about puck luck. Zadorov's trying to make a pass. He's got a stick in his hand. What happens is the sticks, they get compromised sometimes. You get into a collision or whatever, and you don't realize it. And then when you go to play the puck, this is just a pass.
Yeah.
And it just snaps in half. And Jarvis is a recipient. He's right in between the hash marks. He's going to rip this blocker side. Takes it on the backhand, rips it blocker side high on Korpisalo. I thought the Bruins dodged the puck luck thing when they found the offsides, right? And the puck had gone off of Lohrei and in. They had one go off of Wotherspoon and in earlier. They had one go off of Lohrei and in, which was called back because of the offside by Rozovic. And you want to talk about puck luck for the Bruins. The better team most of the game. And now they're down to 18.6 seconds to go after just an innocent play with a stick breaking as Zadorov's trying to make the pass up to Carlo on the right side.
Hockey gods smiling on the Hurricanes tonight.
Certainly frowning on the Bruins, that's for sure. They still have a chance here. They played a hard-fought game. I know Carolina might not be on the game, but the Bruins have something to say about that.
Bruins using the timeout with 18.6 to go. They're down 3-2.
And it's no fault to Zadorov. You don't know the stick is broken.
Yeah, no, I mean, you said just not a whole lot you can do there. As puck gets sent into the Boston zone, it'll go just wide of the empty net. Geekie to Pasternak, 8 to go. Pasternak skating through neutral ice, cuts to his right, gets in across the line, gets a shot in on Kochetkov, who gloves it, drops it back to Burns, and that's going to do it. Bruins with a hard luck loss here on the road as they fall to Carolina 3-2 despite outshooting the Hurricanes 33-23 on the night. We'll be back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can shop during this ad by saying, Alexa, add to cart. You are bountiful. Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails fruit pectin gummies with collagen and biotin, plus antioxidant C&E, help you shine from the inside out. To add Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nails gummies with collagen and biotin to your cart, just say Alexa, add to cart. That's Alexa, add to cart.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Geico's motorcycle expertise gives me the coverage I need, like 24/7 claims. I'm on cloud 9.
Disclaimer, clouds are wholly unable to support the weight of an adult human.
What's happening?
Furthermore, clouds are not numbered. Even if you procured a jetpack and searched, you'd find no cloud numbered 9. However, at that altitude, you'd likely befriend a flock of migrating snow geese.
Geese?
Who'd encourage you to leave your 24/7 Geico motorcycle claims insurance behind, as they would take you in and even share their dinner of crickets and clovers with you.
Ew.
Geico assumes no liability for any indigestion that may occur from a clover cricket dinner. Geico, expertise for your motorcycle.
Dreaming of hydrated skin amidst these dry winter months? Dime offers clean, master esthetician crafted skincare products that deeply nourish, protect, and hydrate. Their formulas, made with clean ingredients, lock in moisture for skin that stays soft, smooth, and radiant all season long. Hydration starts with Dime's best-selling hyaluronic acid serum, delivering deep moisture where your skin craves it most. This lightweight, fast-absorbing serum helps quench dryness, plump skin, and boost elasticity from the inside out. Once your skin is prepped with the serum, seal in all that hydration with their Dewy Day Cream, a rich, luxurious moisturizer designed to provide all-day softness and lasting glow. Together, this powerful duo keeps your skin smooth, supple, and luminous, even in the harshest weather. Shop the duo now at dimebeautyco.com. That's dimebeautyco.com. And get the hydrated skin of your dreams.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
At the Boston blue line, Tufte going to back it up to Lindholm. 22 seconds left. And a giveaway right in front of the net. They score! Zadorov's stick broke. And Seth Jarvis takes advantage. Carolina has the lead with 18.6 to go. That's the way this game would be decided. A 3-2 victory for the Carolina Hurricanes as the Bruins just, as you said, Beersy, they thought they had dodged the bullet after the Hurricanes' Taylor Hall had a goal taken off the board because of an offside inside of the final 2 minutes, but just a horrifically bad break there for the Bruins in the final 30 seconds.
It's exactly what it is. I mean, they didn't have a good shift when Hall thought he had a goal because